Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark. My name is Matt Jarbo. It is, of course, March 21st, 2022, Monday night. Oh my God, the internet is going to be ablaze with this new revelation about Sterling K. Brown, Shelby Oaks Love, and of course, Bob Chapek and Hot Water. All that here tonight and more. Hollywood After Dark, folks. Let's fucking go! Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. It's been a couple days. I had a lot going on this weekend. The key thing, the reason why I wasn't on the last couple nights is I was sick. That's just the thing. You know, you got a 4-year-old. She's in preschool. You think, like you teach her, wash your hands and make sure you don't, put weird things in your mouth. And, you try to keep a sanitary 4-year-old as best you possibly can. And then, of course, she goes to school. And, it's all the other kids who are just dirty, filthy children. And she brings home a cold, and then it just rips through the entire family. And thankfully, it's not as bad as it could have been. My 2-year-old got it real bad on Saturday, and then my girlfriend and I have just been we've been down for the count the last couple of days, taking it a little bit easy. Tonight's going to be a little bit on the easier side, not as many topics, probably won't go for as insanely long of a time, but we will dive right into it here tonight. Like I said, we got a lot going on here. Bob Chapek versus Bob Iger, Trouble in Paradise, Shelby Oaks, cracking the highest award, the highest amount of money that you could get out of a Kickstarter for a horror film thus far. It is leading the pack. And then Boss Logic dropping some crazy Green Lantern stuff. Of course, it's just because Boss Logic just does things because. But why don't we go through the shilling process here? Remember, guys, Podio commentary. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about it. YouTube.com/Podio commentary. Podio, by the way. If you anywhere you get your podcasts, Google, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, anywhere you can get it. And this episode coming up will, of course, be about the Adam Project. Again, like I said, because I got sick, it just kind of took the wind out of my sails, and I wasn't able to sit down and record it. I'm still not 100% better yet, so I'm going to give it a couple more days, and then I should put it out by the end of this week. But of course, if you haven't seen the Adam Project, go watch it because there will be spoilers. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie to discuss, and I'm looking forward to recording it. Also, Patreon, lifeblood of the channel, support structure of the channel. If you like what I do here, you want to support it, you want to keep it going, help throw down. Patreon.com/Matt Jarbo. That's MATTJARBO. Patreon.com. Again, best way to do it. Cuts out the middleman, cuts out YouTubes, but also channel memberships, and of course, donations are always, really appreciated because you guys do that. When you do that, you kind of join up in the Hollywood After Dark Premium. And I was going to launch this tonight, by the way. I was going to launch the premium side of it because, of course, I get fucking sick. So the premium is if you are a channel member or you are a patron, you're going to get access to Hollywood After Dark, which is more of just a chill hangout, smaller, more confined after the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to become part of that, just become a channel member or become a patron. That's how it's going to happen. And let's get into it here. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I do have a friend with me tonight, of course, to help me out because my voice might go to hell. We got Jimbo. Jimbo, what's the word, brother? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Seems like you could be doing better.
It's been, dude, I'll tell you this, right? I felt really bad for my 2-year-old because she's kind of she gets it. It hits her so hard. And but she's usually fine the next day. So we had to go to Seattle on Saturday for this, it was a cruise event, right? So Holland America was doing this tourism thing for do you want to go to Alaska? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Alaska in a couple months. And they're like, but you could potentially win a free cruise to Alaska. I'm like, okay, well, that's worth going, that's worth taking the trip up. And, so the kiddo was not feeling the greatest. but we're like, her grandparents can look after her, right? And so we drop them off, and she's fine. She seems fine. And then of course, as soon as I'm gone by like an hour, it all kind of goes to hell. So we wrap up Seattle as quickly as you possibly can. Which I don't know if you guys happen to be, if you see on Twitter, did you see I was throwing axes?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was
I was,
fun.
dude. You rock that shit.
Oh no, that
Like,
was my
how you
third.
on
That
that?
was my third one. That was my third throw. The first throw, I hit the target. The second throw, I wedged the axe in between the boards underneath the target. So I still
Oh,
stuck the axe all three times, right? But the first and third throw, I hit the target, and then I came out of that going like, man, I want to put one of these up in my backyard. I want to feel like a lumberjack. Go out there with a throwing axe and just like huck hatchets all day at my tree. Get my upper body strength going on. Be all like, I'm getting ready to go out hunting. I have to go and prepare my battle axe for tracking down the elk. Because that's of course how I would do it. Exceptionally hard, like Elden Ring, where a lot of hunting happens in Elden Ring. Been playing a bit of that too. I had a lot of fun though at throwing the axes. That was a lot of fun. And then like I had my first bit of alcohol in like almost 3 years, which was, I was like, oh God, I remembered why I don't drink this shit. Tastes fucking terrible. Um, and then, anyway, so we come back, we go get the kid. And I go to my dad's house, and like my daughter is like clinging to my dad. And I go to pick her up, and she actually like freaks out and like tries scurrying up my dad, like doesn't want to let him go. And she's like covered in sweat, and she's been vomiting. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm like, I get her home, and we give her a bath, and we look after her. And then, yesterday, so I'm thinking like, okay, she's going to be down for a couple of days. Obviously, if she's sick, that means like the 4-year-old gave it to her. That's what happens. And then I'm like, but now we're going to get sick. And so like yesterday, I'm just like waiting to see how her reaction is. And this is honest to God true. I wake up, I come out, they're watching Turning Red for like the 80th goddamn time. And like there's a part in the movie where like the girls are singing, and my 2-year-old just starts singing and dancing. And I'm like, oh, so she's fine. So that's good. But then now to get the 4-year-old back into school because of COVID, I had to take her out today, and I have to keep her out tomorrow. We're going to go get a PCR test. And if she passes the test, then she can go back to school. It's like, Jesus. Nonstop, right? It's everything nonstop. That's been my day. That's been my weekend. So you guys are now up to date on everything that's been going on with me. How are you guys? I hope everyone had a good weekend, saw some movies. I mean, you were probably playing some games or something, right? I think that's what you were doing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably what? Are you on the Fortnite, or what you on? What are you playing?
I was playing the new GTA. Was it next gen version? I don't know. I think it's called Enhanced and Expanded, but I just say it's the next gen version. And
I heard it's very similar to
oh yeah, it's basically the same thing, but like the graphics and performance is way better. Like I've been playing it for a good solid, I would say it's like 4 or 5 days, and I think it's definitely a huge improvement. I would say over the, even playing the other version on my Series X, I could definitely tell a difference, and I definitely think it's dope.
It's
But
a 9-year-old game though.
yeah,
Like
it
that's the
is.
thing.
That's what's funny about it. It's this is what I complained about on my gaming stream on Friday with Hans. We are talking about how GTA 5 got an enhanced another version. This is its third console it's been on, but yet Red Dead Redemption is its most current game. They have an online that fans have been asking for since it came out for bank heist, train heist, and buyable properties, and they still haven't got that. But yet, because they put all their eggs in GTA, and they just had to work out and get this next gen version out, it just kind of delayed it. There hasn't been an update on GTA Online, or sorry, Red Dead Online in 200 and something days. So it's been almost a year since they got a major update besides a
Yeah,
weekly clothing. So it's like
I
fans are
know
really pissed.
they've let Red Dead they've let Red Dead. I don't want to say die, but they've let it like just kind of like.
Yeah, they
know,
threw it under the bus because GTA is their cash cow, and that's basically what we've been saying.
Even though Red Dead, I think online's a lot more fun. But
yeah, I think it's a lot more fun. But then they can do so much with it because the audience for that game is completely different. You go on GTA, you pretty much have to like find like a lobby that's somewhat peaceful to do missions with and sell your own cargo and stuff like that. But in Red Dead, you don't need to worry about that because most people, they don't screw with you unless you shoot them or start trolling. Otherwise, they just let you pass you. They pass you by, but they eyeball the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's I don't know. Well, I mean,
people just want to do their thing in Red Dead, and it's
all I want in Red Dead,
game.
I'll tell you, all I want in Red Dead is I just want there to be more like bandit outposts. That's like all I want to do is just like hunt down. Give me waves and waves of bandits. That's all I really care about.
Oh yeah,
right. Like the bandit camps and shit. Like the hideouts because they're not marked on the map.
Oh yeah, you just gotta.
They're randomly, yeah. It's like, oh, hey, what's going on over there? Like, well, I want to go fucking kill that guy, and it's like, oh, and now you have like a wanted level. I'm like, well, all right, fine. I'm just gonna like murder the fuck out of cops for a bit, because like that's
what me and Hans have been doing. We've been doing a lot of bounties, and then we do the trader business, which we just go down and hunt animals and sell our goods. And
I do the bounties. I do the bounties a lot when I play. Because I find it to be the most rewarding. But now we have Mr. Horse Thief Killer himself here. RJ, I've seen the video evidence. RJ executes horses.
He walked in front of the bullet. It's his fault.
Right. That's I'm pretty certain that's what like any criminal defense lawyer has used it for. No, Your Honor, my client didn't murder this guy. He simply exercised his Second Amendment right to discharge a firearm in an enclosed environment, and the victim, who calls him, he purposefully walked in front of the bullet in order to collect insurance money. It's a classic scam, Your Honor. My client did nothing wrong.
But there's also evidence that he lassoed the horse's neck, the dead horses, on the ground.
Thought you had to like
drag
take the horse
to
back
the
to like
hospital.
I thought you had to take it back to like the town or something to get it healed, or I didn't know.
Wait, what?
The horse.
That I haven't seen.
I thought you were supposed to like take the horse like back to camp or something.
So we're all traumatized because he just killed Hans's horse and he couldn't do anything about it. So we just sat there watching his horse die. And then what does he do? He decides to lasso it and drag it through the fucking dirt.
Maybe we should maybe getting into do a game stream one night could be fun. I'll have to maybe move my. What do you guys play on?
Well, we play on Xbox.
All right, I've got it on Xbox and I've got it on PS4, so I could do.
Join us.
I could join at some point in time. Anyway, real quick here before we go a little bit further, we did get a super chat here from Mad1306. Says, I got attacked on that community post you made about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Did I make a community post about Zack Snyder's Justice League?
You posted.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Don't worry, man. You're gonna get attacked a lot for being here anyway. So, listen. Okay. I've been wanting to say this anyway. Let me just be clear with everyone watching this here and in the VOD and stuff. I have a very stern opinions. I'm vocal about my opinions. I like people to disagree with me. But I like there to be like evidence and fact-based arguments. I don't want people to preach to me or to sell me false hope on things because I feel like we are so in this right now, what it feels like when you think about movie news is we're in this massive disinformation campaign because people don't actually want to know what's really happening. They just want to hear things that confirm their own biases. That's about it. And I'll talk about that tonight even a little bit more when we get into the whole Boss Logic stuff. But really, that's what it boils down to. So it's like, look, I hope you guys are having fun here. I mean, we do this a lot. It's a great time. But people should know that if you're new here, I'm not the person that's going to like sit you down, hold your hand, and tell you that all your dreams are going to come true. I hope they do. But if I don't see it that way, I'm not going to sell you on that narrative. And that's just me. So, there's other channels that will do that. If you want to live in fairyland, a dream world and you don't want to wake the fuck up, I can give you like 5 channels right now to go right on into. And they'll make you feel better. They'll powder your ass. They'll send you to bed with a bottle, I guess. Here it's whiskey. I don't fucking know. But sorry you got attacked here. We got Jack Fleck. Thank you for $5, man. It says, I'm writing this because my mother has struggled with both NPD and lupus. Lupus is that like
lupus.
Lupus, right? I'm not too I'm sorry that your mother had struggled with both of those things. I hope she gets better. That's all I can really say. I'm sorry, dude. I hope she gets better. And then we got a new member, Reed Coles. Thank you, Reed. Became a new member. That's always fantastic. Gets access to the Hollywood After Dark stuff. When I'm feeling better, we'll probably do it tomorrow night because I'm feeling a bit better once we get into it here. But thank you guys very much for that. You guys are awesome. And Sean here says, you mean like geeks and gamers? Well, that's only one. There are so many more. And then Spherical Man here, of course, dropping the old House MD meme. It's never lupus. Are you familiar with that one? You ever watch
No.
House MD? It's
No.
That was the whole thing. Is like the meme is that House says it's always lupus, and then like the meme is that it's never lupus. I'm not even. I'll be fair. I don't even fucking know what lupus really is. Like I don't know what it does. I don't want to like mock it, but I mean it's a meme from a show, but it's like, you know, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I have no idea. I don't want to like mock anyone with a disease. So wait, why is Stuckman in the thumbnail? Well, we're going to get to that.
It's not for a bad reason.
No, it's a good reason. Very good reason. But real quick though, because we were talking a bit about gaming. There is a new Witcher on the horizon. And I am very excited to see what they're going to be doing with this.
Yeah.
Because The Witcher 3 is a very excellent game. And I feel like
the biggest news though is that they're not using their normal engine. They're moving to Unreal Engine 5.
This thing right here basically shows it, and I mean, just this image that we get here is amazing. Oh man, if this is gonna be like kind of the quality that we're gonna be getting from this engine and in this game, which I mean, they're probably gonna dumb it down a little bit, but just for like cinematics, I bet it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Witcher 3 is almost 7 years old and it holds up real well.
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure.
Once I'm done with Elden Ring, my next game is this. That's why I discontinued Xbox Games Pass for right now. I'm like, well, I'm not using it, and I've got The Witcher 3 that I've never beat. I own it on like multiple systems. I've just never. I'm like, I'm gonna dive in on my Xbox.
It's a long game. It's a really long game.
And that's okay. That's okay. I'm at a point now where I'm not looking to spend money on like new shit. I'm like, I don't got it.
Yeah.
You know,
there's not really any new games that are coming out in a little bit.
I think the only one I really want is Dying Light 2. That's the one right now. But I chose Elden Ring over Dying Light 2. And I'm happy with my choice because I really like Elden Ring. I finally beat Magritte last night. So
yeah.
Wait, what?
You made a wise choice.
I did make a wise choice. But I'll tell you this though, when I beat Magritte, I feel bad because I tried doing it on my own. I really did. I had to summon in the sorcerer and then like also use my jellyfish to draw aggro.
Hold up, you have a jellyfish, bro?
I got a jellyfish ash, right? Or a summons. It's a tank. It's a tank and it just draws aggro is all it does. So you just call that in because you start off with the wolves, right? You get the wolves, and I got a couple other here that I found roaming around. But the jellyfish is pretty cool because it just shoots off. Like it can injure them, but it's got a lot of HP and it just draws them over and stuff. So like, I went and got like, it took me forever to finally beat it. I'm going to get my ass spanked with Godric. Like I know that going in. And right now I'm just trying to navigate through the fucking castle. So it's, like
Wait, the other boss's name though, what's her name? Melania.
oh,
The
that's
red
down the
hair?
road. That's down the
Oh,
road.
that one though.
That I've heard that's a tough boss. Yeah, I've heard that's a
Oh,
tough
just you wait
boss.
for that.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of grinding in that game. It's a lot of,
It's basically imagine a Sekiro boss playing like a Bloodborne boss, with the Elden Ring combat system.
Oh, great. That's fantastic. I love that. Thank you, RJ. That's filling me with joy to go into
Awesome.
this fucking game. Anyway, so here's this Witcher announcement. By the way, notice how they said March 1st, 2022. Don't know if that's a typo or this has really just been sitting there for 3 weeks.
I didn't even know.
No one knew about it. Yeah.
But I feel like there's bigger news. I mean, at least to me, and I know that you could possibly agree to this, but it's there are other announcement alongside this saying that they're basically going to continue supporting Cyberpunk and give expansions, DLCs on the current engine, as well as they're making this. So I guess it's like two big.
It's probably
news.
just going to be one last expansion, and they're done. Well, I don't anticipate
Well,
anything.
There
I
hasn't been any expansions. They've
Like,
just
That's
been
what I'm
updates
saying.
to
It's
make
going to be one
Yeah.
big expansion.
well,
update
doing
into
the 1.5 patch for Cyberpunk,
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah, the
what
next
pissed
gen, that was
me,
a huge,
what
but
pissed me
it
the
wasn't,
fuck off
you know.
about that is I was literally at the end of that game when that patch came through. I was at the point of no return. I was literally just finishing up the side quests, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
romancing. I think Julie is her name. Like I wanted Pan Am, but no, I wasn't a male character. Ooh, in a game all about choices and not subscribing to one particular gender ideology, I couldn't bang the chick with a fucking apple bottom booty. Like I'm just saying that draws your attention.
I think they should just make it so every option had the same outcome. I mean, let's just make it easy instead of making it like this person could only romance by this gender, or just have every gender.
Yeah, I don't know. This, yeah, it's like like
Make
hey,
everyone happy. Why
yeah,
not
your
do
name
it?
is Pan Am, which is the fine. It's like Pan America. I don't know. Take it, Pan, right? It means you
Pan?
like everything.
Yeah.
Like you're down for it all. Jack here
not?
says, why can't I send another super chat? Is it only one super chat allowed per episode? Oh God, no, I'm a capitalist. So, no, I don't know why. You may want to try, I don't know if you're coming in through your browser or your phone. There's also, if you want to, do that, there's also the streamelements.com/$3 theater. It doesn't pop up on screen because for some reason it's not working. We're trying to get the bot to work. I got to work on the bot, but I can see that. And then I'll get an email and I can look at it. So there's that. Keep that in mind. But anyway, the thing here, thank you, by the way, Jack, too. The thing here with this is that they're saying that obviously they're the moving over to Unreal 5 and being a partnership with Epic is really good, because I mean, looking at Unreal 5, what and CD Projekt Red, I think, is going to be able to really give us some good shit, because some of those games that, I mean, if you watch the tech demo stuff, it basically, I don't want to say like it streamlines the ability to like make the content, but have you seen some of the like the video, the machinimas, the animation that's come out of Unreal 5?
Unreal 5? Oh, I played the Matrix demo, which was basically a test run for Unreal Engine 5.
that thing's insane.
Dude, it is amazing. The car crashes are wild, just the graphics. And I really was amazed by the demo, because you could break it down and look at the individual layers that make up the Unreal Engine. And it's so many layers, but man, the city feels lively. The water looks amazing. It's really something. I think a lot of companies, if they were smart, they would try to work with Epic and use Unreal Engine 5, because I think that's could be a huge selling point for a lot of games, because of how good it looks, and people are gonna want to get it no matter what game it is. I think Witcher is gonna sell very well with this, just because it's on Unreal Engine. People really love the demos.
Well, it makes sense, because like the Red Engine obviously is a big problem with Cyberpunk 2077. It just is. It's like it's meant for, I think that was what bottlenecked them, to be honest with you. And so hopefully if they do a Cyberpunk 2.
I think what also kind of bottlenecked Cyberpunk is one unrealistic, unchecked hype, but also the fact that simply they need to give that game way more time in the oven, and they're just like, nope, we gotta release it.
But then
Because we
they've
need
been
money.
working on it for 10 years. They've been working on it for such a
like-
long time, and the engine that they've been working on it is so like it doesn't work with what they're trying to do. And I get that because if you can Google like what was it 2013 E3 trailer, and the game just came out like a year or two ago.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're
A year and a
telling
like
me
less than a
it
year and a
has
half
to be-
ago. Yeah.
Exactly. It's most
Well,
likely.
this is the thing that with E3, man, is they've always done that shit with E3. You know, and I've always hated that where they're like, you know, remember Killzone 2, the cinematic from Killzone 2 that they kind of presented as this is what the game is going to look like. You know, I believe Jim Sterling coined the term bullshots after Alien Colonial Marines and all that mess. So yeah, there's a lot of problems with that, which is one of the reasons why at this point I'm really more or less looking at the idea of like not even really like getting excited for games until like they're basically like confirmed to be coming out, you know. And that might just be that I'm getting older and I just don't care as much anymore.
2042, there's games like that. Like I'm worried. Like I was saying this about the Harry Potter game. Like this new Harry Potter game looks amazing. It's everything I wanted except you know, Quidditch, which please add that sooner than later.
I haven't watched.
It's I don't know. Like I'm so like even though WB has a good track record and they do very well, excuse me, on games. It's just because of all these games I've been getting that I've been so hyped for, like Battlefield, Cyberpunk, and of course Call of Duty Vanguard, which I did God for the zombies and stuff like that, but it was pretty shit. It's just like games nowadays are just like getting lower and lower in quality, and they're just pumping out quantity, and it's like I hope Harry Potter just kind of proves me wrong. And
I haven't seen the Hogwarts the footage yet. I haven't watched it yet. So it's from Avalanche, I think, right? So like that should be. I like Avalanche quite a bit. I will say this though. I feel like Mad Max was a fantastic game that came out the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah,
and like they never supported it. They went right back to doing the Just Cause games, and I feel like Just Cause 3 and Just Cause 4 were not as good as Mad Max. Like Mad Max was a great game.
They were so leggy. At least Just Cause 3.
Yeah, I mean, Just Cause 2 is the best one of the franchise. It is. It's the best one of the franchise. It's like Saints Row 2 is the best one of the franchise, and they just keep trying to add things to it that don't need to be there. It's like, look, improve the graphics, keep like the crazy ass functionality, and like make it the sandbox people want. Like they did that. Remember Crackdown? They promised like Crackdown 3 was gonna like reshape everything, and just didn't do shit.
The cloud technology.
Wait, hold up. Is it the Terry Crews game that was hyped?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it wasn't. It wasn't going to be Terry Crews. They put him in way later as the main character.
Oh, it's that game. Oh, I've never played it because I just heard it's utterly bad.
I haven't.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Well, Lord Slug here says Just Cause 3 is the best, and then they've ruined it with 4. I mean, 3. Don't get me wrong. 3 is fun.
It's
right?
so
3,
fun.
3 is fun, but it's like,
Xbox.
But again, like the functionality of 2, I felt was a lot better. 3 was definitely good, but I felt number 2 was better. But anyway, all right. Let's see. Matt here asking, did I see the Netflix Tekken series trailer?
What?
I did not.
I heard about that.
What?
I haven't watched it yet.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Tekken?
Yeah, they're doing an anime.
It's an anime. It's an anime. It's not live action.
Okay.
Which is what it should be.
Yeah, I was about to say, please don't tell me it's live action. I don't want another Mortal Kombat.
We've already gone through that before. We don't need any more of that shit.
Oh,
fucking goddamn it. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Oh yeah, Murdoch here says same thing happened with Titanfall 2. EA gave it a crap release date. It was overlooked. Dude, it was in between.
It was such a fun game.
It was in between Battlefield 1 and fucking what Call of Duty was it?
Black Ops 3 or
no? It might have been Black Ops 3 or Blops 4.
No, I think it was 4. I think it was 4.
Right, but it was like BF1. Titanfall 2 and then Call of Duty.
It was like sandwiched right in between them.
And literally it was the best of the 3. It was the best of the 3. And I mean, other than that, and then to be fair, Battlefield 1 was actually really good. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck DICE is up to with everything. Like they've just Battlefield 5 was trash. You know, it just was functionally not good. I didn't even try 2042. I just didn't care. You know, and this is why, hey, listen, at least with Microsoft purchasing Activision now, they're going to take a little bit of time off of the yearly Call of Duties in order to like add a new engine and make it better.
Oh, I'm looking at release dates and see what games all came out that
Oh,
time.
Infinite Warfare. Oh, that was a fun
Infinite
one.
Warfare. Okay, thank you.
Infinite Warfare was fun.
That's oh man. It was cool, but I didn't.
I
I
enjoyed
said
it.
no.
I
I
played all
had
three.
more. I did like Advanced Warfare. I played it with people, but I would. It just felt like they could they could have done differently, and plus the fans didn't want more jetpack stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm thinking it, but Advanced Warfare, that was still probably one of my favorite. I had a lot of fun with that, but they did better with Cold War. Enjoyed Cold War
I haven't.
relatively.
I bought no. I the last call it no. I bought World War II. Never played it. Like I bought the physical copy. Never played it. I did play Modern Warfare, and I really liked Modern Warfare.
Oh,
The
it's
problem with Modern
great.
Warfare is it got to the point, literally got to the fucking point where all of a sudden, like if I did not like close out the game before putting my system into hibernation, it would delete the fucking game. Like
Oh, I've had
we're talking like
issues with the game.
250 gigabyte download.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's a quarter of my fucking monthly allotment.
My
You know.
issues with that game is every time they would have an update, since I have it on disc because I got it for Christmas. Every time they'd have an update, when I go to click on it and try to play multiplayer or something like that, it would tell me I don't have it. But I'm like, bro, the Xbox literally read the disc. How do you tell me I don't own it? So that was like my big dilemma. So I'd have to uninstall it and reinstall it every single update. And then I just got so sick of it, I just said, screw it.
Yeah. I mean, like after a while, I'm just like really not into it too much.
Modern Warfare 2 is coming out, so I mean that's gonna kind of get me back in the car because I really like the first one.
I'm gonna fucking wait, man, on this one here. All right. Well, by the way, guys, we just so you guys know, I'll bring this up because I want to definitely highlight this. Is we just got a $20 super chat from Anthony Ray. Thank you very much, man. Says this is Jack Fleck again. I'm writing a book on narcissistic personality disorder, and I wanted to get your opinion on Todd Phillips' Joker film, in which his mother is NPD and Matt Reeves, the Batman. The Riddler also has it. I mean, NPD is definitely something I think a lot of people are afflicted with. In the Joker, I mean, like his mother used it in order to kind of protect. She thought she was doing it to protect him, when in reality, I think she was protecting herself. And that was just like I don't know if I'd necessarily call it like generational trauma, because it's I don't know. We don't know about anything about his grandparents. I'm not too like up to date on NPD and like all the ins and outs of it. I haven't taken a psychology class in a long time, but I think that, a lot of people, who have it, like it's definitely an issue. And the thing I liked about Joker was that it touched upon the mental health problems, but I feel like it didn't do enough to really kind of like, it brought it into the conversation, but I mean, it was gone after a couple days, because once the movie came out and nobody died going to see it in theaters, then it was all of a sudden safe, and whatever the message it was trying to talk about got kind of lost in all that. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's kind of how I felt about it.
I would generally say just overall about that, anytime a movie tries to like display like a message or something like that, or just in general, or like any like event in our country that happens, usually within a couple months after it goes away, no matter what. Like all the school shootings, no one remembers anymore. It just, everyone moves on because they have other stuff, and that's just the sad truth about it. Like everyone just moves on, like everything dies down. Like there's not like whole cities protesting anymore. All that, so it's like people just don't care after a certain time, and that's just,
well, I think it also depends on the subject at hand, right? When I was in Seattle the other day, as we were leaving, we came across a whole bunch of motorcycle cops, and they were escorting the anti-war pro-Ukraine protest happening in downtown Seattle.
Well, yeah,
And,
that's I've seen a lot of that, and yeah, I feel like
so
that's gonna be the one that's gonna maintain, and that's it. It should. I mean, it's
yeah,
pretty crazy.
I feel like when it comes to, I need to do more research into NPD. I know that it's like it's a big problem. I mean, I'm a narcissist myself. I'll admit that. You have to kind of, I think you kind of have
What?
to be to do
Really?
this. Yeah, right. I like talking about
Really,
me.
dude? You're
I don't think
not.
it's a
What are you
disorder
talking
though, but I
about?
like talking about it. I need to look into it more. I think the Joker was like on the right track. The Riddler with Batman. I mean, I got the vibe I got was more like he was more autistic. Given his job, and I don't want to say, I mean, I don't know how many people have seen it. It just hit 600 million worldwide. But
Yeah,
like,
I'd say once it hits HBO Max, then you can really just open and talk about
but
it.
it's like I kind of felt that he was autistic because like he was like without going into too much detail, he was an accountant. He was a forensic accountant. So like, that's what he did. And so he followed the numbers, and that's how he, that's kind of like what set him off.
Oh,
So I don't,
are you talking about? Hold up, what movie are you talking about?
the Batman, the Batman, the Riddler,
yeah,
the Batman.
Riddler.
Hold up there. Oh, dude, why did I think it was? Why I think you're literally talking about Ben Affleck's movie, That Accountant, for a second there. I was totally zoned out.
Yeah,
Dude,
you think of the account? No, he was thinking of the accountant.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Accountant, so I don't know.
Legitimately
You got to
autistic.
watch the accountant. That movie's amazing.
I hear
Dude,
it's good.
Oh, it's amazing. I think it's. Is it on HBO?
It's on
Max
HBO
again?
Max, yeah.
Oh, that it's
Yeah.
such a great movie because he.
I think I still have HBO
HBO
Max for a couple more weeks. I know I did cancel it though. So I did.
It's an amazing
I did.
movie.
It's there's a lot I got to watch. I've been watching I just went through Big Mouth season 3.
I gave up on that show too. I'm like,
I like that show, man. I like that fucking show.
I do, but like I heard like they changed the voice actors and stuff. I'm like, oh no, I don't. I know.
They only changed Jenny Slate because she was voicing a biracial character. She herself is not biracial, but she is Jewish, or she's part Jewish. And the character Missy is part Jewish and part African American. And so they wanted to honor more of that.
It's like with the Cleveland thing or the
look at Bob's Burgers. Look at Bob's Burgers. They had the character Marshmallow, a transgender prostitute in the show. It's only popped up a handful of times over 12 seasons. But it was, her character was voiced by David Herman, and who voices Scruffy on fucking Futurama. And if you've seen Bob's Burgers, he also does Mr. Frond, the counselor. But they wanted to have a trans actor portray Marshmallow going forward. And I'm like, okay, I guess I get that. But, you have literally only one main female voice actor on your show. All your other females outside of Tammy, which is also Jenny Slate, who voices Missy or voiced Missy. Other than that, you just have Kristen Shaw, who voices Louise. But Linda and Tina are voiced by men. Marshmallow was voiced by a man. Was it Agnes, the old lady, voiced by a man? Gale is voiced by Megan Mullally. That's Linda's sister. But even that, it's a lot of the female characters are voiced by men. So you're taking jobs away from women in order to do this. But you're upset at you're gonna change. I just such a weird. It's a weird hill to die on, and it doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion.
I'm just my thing is dude, you already established the character, you already voiced the character for a lot of the time. At this point, I'm just I don't if you wanted, it's just my thoughts have nothing to do with this. It's just simply bruh. I mean, it's already too late for me. I'm just you already did it for a little bit. It's I get that, but for me, it's you already established the character and you're the voice for it, and so I'm just I don't know about that.
Well, because also Kristen Bell played a biracial character on another Lauren Bashard show, Central Park on Apple TV Plus, and she voiced it for the first season, and that was another thing too, where she left the character because of that as well. And I'm just
why
like,
would you sign up then if you just were gonna? Okay, that's why I don't get. Like, that's why I don't get. Like, if you're just like, that's like, if I was her, I would just be like, okay, so I'm playing this character. All right, this could potentially be a problem, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Oh wait, now it's a kind of an issue. I'm just gonna step away after one season. Just why, instead of just taking the role and then leaving it, why don't you just take a assessment and realize that maybe this is not a good idea, perhaps?
well, I think again, they're trying to be inclusive. They're trying to be, they're trying to, I get why they want to do it. I just think it's kind of like, you know what, man, like I think what Andrew Garfield said yesterday in an interview, or the other day in an interview, if we're only allowed to play what we are, then that's going to get real boring real quick. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the whole point.
I mean, isn't that like, for me, like it's acting. It's like you're not supposed to like play yourself or play like what you fit into. You're supposed to play a character, and I mean, that's what it's been for a long time. Like, think of like how many movies in like the 80s and 90s where people played characters that aren't really like what they are, and they play like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there's so many different examples where people play characters in a role and they just adapt themselves to play the role how they think that it would be portrayed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mess. Our society is like, look, man, like I'm a lefty, I'm progressive. But there are times where I look at the left and I'm like, stop it, for the love of God. Like, you're losing the messaging, but I don't really call it out that much anymore. I'm like, because it's like, for one, like, what is it? Well, you know what? We'll talk about that here in a second, because it ties into the Wayne T. Carr thing from the other day. Somebody called me white bread. I just want to start off with, somebody called me white bread. They have me blocked on Twitter, but I talked about this a while, like last year. I said there was a problem. I said the Wayne T. Carr problem. And again, I've addressed it multiple times. No shade at the dude. I wish him all the best in the world, 110%. I can't wait to actually watch him act in something.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he seems like a really good guy. I got nothing against him, but it's like, but I said, like, people who want him in this role haven't ever seen him act, and it's like you're just jumping to conclusions, and that's a lot of what it boils down to. So that's kind of a lot of what happened. But anyway, we'll dive into that stuff here. Let's just get to some super chats before we get into the stories. We got some more. Thank you guys so much here. Jess here for 5 Bones says, my OCD is preventing from moving away from Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Dude, that game is something.
My younger brother has Asperger's, and we were talking about that the other day, and he's still working on it. And not that, like, whatever, but it's mostly, I look at it like, the last Pokemon game I bought was that Let's Go Pikachu, and I fucking hated it. I felt it was, I mean, it's something I'm going to keep. And when my daughter gets old enough, it's something my kids can play with how simple it is, And so it's like, I'll keep it for that, but it's like, I want something a bit more tactical. You know what I mean? I want something like I love Mario X Rabbids. I can't wait for Mario X Rabbids 2. Cause I love the XCOM, turn-based style. That's what I like. But like Pokemon, I don't know. Maybe I should give it. This new one looks okay, right? This new stuff looks pretty decent.
Oh, Violet and Scarlet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's like I don't
Quackley,
think I'll get.
Man, Quackley's a Chad.
Yeah, that's the one I resonated with while watching it. Like, all right, cool. Thank you for that, Jess. Rational Skeptic here for $5 says, remember before Gamergate when Anita Sarkeesian and the No Russian mission that caused massive controversy with Jack Thompson? Oh yeah, man. I remember the fall of 2019. When Modern War, or 2009, when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and they're just all like,
dude, that was like, I was 8 when I came out and I played that, and then when that mission came across, I was not expecting it, and I was even like, holy shit, what the
dude,
fuck?
Are you kidding me? Every person I know, when that mission dropped, or like when the option was, do you want to skip this mission? It's like, no, pound sand, eat shit, fuck off. Just give me that machine gun and get the fuck out of my way, And you're just like, dude, like gunning everybody down. It's like, because if you play Grand Theft Auto, you've killed everyone on the street. You don't care, right?
No, you
like
just randomly hit people going because you go too fast around a corner. You just hit them and you just hear them go flying because of what is it? It's the ragdoll.
the ragdoll physics, right? And you're like,
Yeah,
bah!
which
Yeah.
I mean the
Well,
apparent which that's
dude,
even more news. They
in
have
the
Rockstar has
very
acquired
first
that
Grand Theft
company
Auto
that does it.
game, you could actually get a multiplier, a combo multiplier for running over Hare Krishnas. Like you would see Hare Krishnas and they would be in a line, you know, and they're doing their Hare
no.
Krishna Krishna, right? Doing all that.
Wow.
And then like you could just like you could line it up and just gun right at him and then just like take him out and get a combo, you know, but God forbid you gun down innocent civilians in a freaking in a airport or some shit like that. I mean, it's the whole notion of like I play these games where like there's an open world and I can murder everybody, but this is meant to make me feel something. It's like it's a great scene. It's really like visceral, and the ending of that chapter is great. You know,
Oh yeah.
like but it's a
They give
really
you
solid
warning.
story.
The thing
Yeah,
is, they give you a warning before the mission, but it's like for people like me, I'm just like I see that I'm like, okay, what are you trying to hide from me, pussy? Like, what are you trying to do here? I'm obviously gonna play it because you're not
Yeah.
tempting me.
Yeah,
But
it's like this is
yeah,
a video game at this point. Like it takes a lot to like shock me in a video game. I've been playing them for years and shit. A lot of like a lot of violence doesn't really. It's just like I look for like how can I? Well, what was I playing last? Oh yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. You can dismember people, right?
oh yeah. You
So
can
I
blow
pull out the
every
katana.
limber or
Yeah,
whatever
you know, and I turn around the corner and I just like unload on people or like I run up and I slice them all up and shit. And then I spend like a couple minutes and I'm trying to like hack off their limbs. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna make this difficult for the crime cleanup scene people.
Oh,
Fuck
I'm just thinking like imagine if someone comes across like my scene of me going through an area and I make sure I leave it as fucked up as possible. I
Right.
use what does I use? I use the mantis blades or the fist, and everyone's limbs and bodies are just gone, and just I walk out the room, I turn back, and I just see blood everywhere and limbs everywhere.
You have to,
like,
but
work is done.
when you do that on the street for like a random encounter, and you just like literally like. You know, you leave like you kill like 5 or 6 of these people and you just like dismember their entire body. And then you're like, this was legal, by the way. This whole I'm a contractor for the city. This whole thing was legal. You're like, all right, I got the points that I can loot everybody, move on with my fucking day. It's anyway, I remember Jack Thompson, man. A buddy of mine interviewed Jack Thompson back in 2014. That was kind of fascinating. But hey, what's going on, Caden, man? How you doing, buddy?
Hello, everybody. How is
Hi,
it
Caden.
Doing all right here. So we saw a couple more super secret here. H-Bart's here. Says Veer Mahan is coming.
Yes, he is. They finally announced on Raw tonight.
Wait,
Veer Mahan is coming
who's
on
that?
April 4th.
I don't know who that is.
You don't need
That's
to.
a
Nobody,
long time
nobody
to
knows
come.
who he is. The meme, Jarbos, that they literally announced this guy was coming to the WWE like last year, and they kept saying, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming to Raw. He's coming. And now they finally announced April 4th. He's coming.
That's okay. There we go. April 4th.
This guy gonna be like
you guys have to fill me in on that one.
He's gonna fill the ring, Jarbo.
I don't care.
He's gonna wind
I
up
literally
that
don't
arena.
care. Like wrestling is so like
I see
Anyway.
what it
Isn't
looks like.
WWE dying?
can it please, for the love of God, can Vince McMahon finally go away? I mean, like,
So mean.
I'm just saying, it's like, I mean, like, I don't follow wrestling Twitter, but like, I see RJ retweets a lot of this shit, so I end up reading it, and it's just like, you know, someone gets like, you know, gets let go from their contract, and everyone's fucking up in arms, and then it's like, oh, but they were on AEW, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know,
AEW is WWE, but it's better. It's basically a different wrestling promotion that treats its talent with far more respect, and it's way more interesting and well written. It's actually fun to watch.
so then basically wait for Vince McMahon to come in and buy it out.
Yes, basically.
No, because they don't want to buy it. So
They don't want to
For
buy
now.
it.
For now.
Yet.
AEW just bought out another wrestling promotion, so they're good. They're big enough where they can.
Yeah. I mean, like, all I'll
That's
say
cool
is
that
like,
you can-
every once in a while, I'll just see like the ladies match, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine for me. I can watch that. You know, like I'm okay watching that.
And they got
Look,
some
I'm a dirty pervert.
There was a great cage match with Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker. So that was cool.
Sure. I don't know who
Who's
those
actually a
people
real
are.
life dentist. She's actually a real life dentist. You know that?
No, because I've never heard her name before right now.
Yeah, look her up. Look up Dr. Britt Baker.
And you assume that I look at these people to know their names.
Maybe you got a dentist appointment and you had her before. I don't know.
I mean, like, well, like she's an oral hygienist, right? Right?
Oh, she practiced. I'm not joking, by the way. She's a real life dentist. She has a dentist office. She actually does.
God damn it! Come on.
Oh my god.
What?
Anyway.
What?
Moving on. She's a dentist. Congratulations. That's good for her. We need more dental work in this country. Mo Moon here for $2. Thank you. Says a whole lot of this is virtue signaling, talking about the voice actors and stuff. Absolutely. It's absolutely virtue signaling.
What is it? What did you say?
Virtue signaling is it's kind of like,
I know virtue signaling is, but what's the
he's asking about the topic.
Oh, about the voice actors, when Jenny Slate left Big Mouth because she wasn't biracial in real life, and it's all that stuff. A lot of that is virtue signaling. It really is. It's just like there's a hot topic right now. People react to it because they want the social points, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really move the needle.
Just let celebrities be and don't react.
And I'll be fair. I was kind of like, I actually didn't check out seasons 4 or 5 of Big Mouth until right now, because I was like, I'll wait. I was
honestly,
I'll wait.
The voice didn't change much for me.
No, that's what I've heard. I'm actually going to find out tonight before I go to bed. I'll watch season 4, episode 1. And then Jess here for $5. Thank you, buddy. Says, when it comes to voice acting and animation, huge costs are through animation. Voice acting can be cross-cut when they have one actor doing multi-voice. Oh, that's very true. Yeah. I mean, what is it? I voiced a monster that appeared on Brazilian television that was in a Tamagotchi cartoon.
How the hell did that happen?
Oh, okay. So I'll give you the quick TLDR on that thing. All the way back in the summer of 2008, I was working for a studio I was working with the studio that my friend owned, and he had to go to Amsterdam for a business trip, right? The same week he has to go to Amsterdam, he's like, hey, I just took this contract to do voice dubbing for 12 3-minute long episodes of Tamagotchi. So we're going to get them in Japanese, and we need to have them in Brazilian Portuguese. Okay. So all of our scripts are in Spanish, but they're not Mexico Spanish. They're in Spain Spanish. I literally sent the script, and then he's like, oh, and we don't have a budget for this thing, but we need it all done by next week. I got to go to Amsterdam. I'll see you all later. Don't burn the place down. And we're like, what? And I wasn't in charge of I was overseeing other stuff. I wasn't in charge of this specific thing. But basically what happened, and I don't like that we did this, to be fair. We put out calls for people to come in and audition. And they came on in, they auditioned, they voiced these characters. They had, I think it was like a grand total of 18 individual characters spread across 12 episodes of Tamagotchi cartoon. They were never compensated. Oh,
wow.
And their work was on Brazilian television. This whole thing was the thing is, I think they deep down knew, but they didn't care. You know what I mean? It was one of those weird things where none of us on our end were really kind of happy with what was happening, but we had no fucking money. The guy in charge, believe it or not, the studio closed down the next year, by the way. And now I don't know, I'm pretty sure he's grifting NFTs, but no, he does other shit. He owes me $1,000. I'm never going to fucking get it. But so what happened with that was he, left us no money for anything. And apparently had budgeted this job, $1,200 is what the studio was going to get for doing 36 minutes of professional voiceover work. We had a Pro Tools guy come in that we knew to mix the audio. We had the scripts were in such disrepair that my friend, we knew people who could speak Spanish that could not translate this to English. We didn't have it in the English translation. So my friend was part of like an international students club because his girlfriend was in it in college. So one of their friends was a Japanese exchange student. So guess what we did? We brought her in and had her watch each of these 12 episodes and literally translate the script from Japanese to English. So we could then have it translated from English into Brazilian Portuguese. Keep in mind, none of us spoke Portuguese. So we just had to fucking wing it. They could have been out there saying slurs in their auditions. They didn't do that. Thankfully, they're all professionals. Very, very kind people, you know, and everything else. But like, we had no idea. Apparently, what I heard through the grapevine was when this whole thing was said and done and it was sent off to the company, we only got like 2 or 3 words wrong in the entire thing. And like, that was it. And I never heard anything else about it ever again. So yeah, but I voiced one of the monsters. I did like this, you know, bear monster sort of thing. It gets crazy like that, guys. Like, hey. I'm just like this. And the thing is, though, this kind of shit, this kind of stuff happens all the fucking time. In voice acting, right? All this stuff happens all the time in voice acting, where, and not just voice acting, but like in Hollywood, you know what I mean? Like you get brought in to do a job, and you know, like if you're a talent rarely ever gets paid. Crew will always get paid because they're usually the ones supplying the gear. And so when you go in for these kind of gigs, you know, like you hope that down the road you will get, like, if it gets picked up or there's money that comes in, you will get compensated for that down the road. But a lot of time this stuff doesn't pay any money up front. So it's like, that's just the nature of the beast, you know, for like non-union shit. It's crazy.
You better unionize. That's all.
Yeah. I'm not saying for you, Trevor, but I'm saying,
yeah, but if you are wanting to go into actual Hollywood, you have to unionize first, because that's the only way to really. Because if you're not part of the union, that's stupid, and you're like become this like big name actor. So it's like, then you're gonna be part of like award shows and stuff like that. It's like, then there's no real. You're not gonna be part of like the big fun stuff, because you know, without SAG and agent, you're just gonna be like not invited to things.
Yeah. There's a lot with that stuff where, you know, I look at it now and I'm just like, man, if I'm like doing this is, you know, is a lot more fun in my opinion, because it's like, I don't have anyone that's in charge. So, you know, it's a little bit freer, but it would be cool to have like access to a lot of the stuff that comes with having that kind of protection. But LA is a nutty ass place. But all right, here's a couple more super chats came on while I was telling that weird ass story, which is all true, by the way. That's 100% true. Eventually one day I'll release my blog. I kept the blog during my 26th year. So from March 26th, 2008 to March 26th, 2009, I kept a daily blog of all my exploits and what was going on. And this story happened during that blogging experience. So the whole thing's in there. So that's maybe one day I'll put it out, you know, and people will they'll hear how often I masturbate, which is a lot. So that's in there. I know.
Interesting. Can you give us like a little tease at that?
Yeah, I can actually. So what I would say is like, because my inside joke with my friends for masturbation was called conquering it, right? I'm going to go conquer it. Stupid shit. But like in the blog, I'm just all like, you know, I'm like, oh, I hung out in the afternoon. I played some video games. I conquered it, took a shower, went to work. And I would just drop that in there randomly. So for like 365 days, there'd be a fair amount of this conquering. That'd be, oh, what the fuck is conquering? So then I get to the end of the whole thing, the whole 365 day experiment. And I go through my summary, you know, whatever at the very end, my epilogue, if you will. And then at the very end of it, I summarize the year and I say, thank you for being here with me. And then ... conquering it means masturbation. Like, that's the last thing. And then I started getting into internet shit and I decided to hide it. So it's hidden. It's it's hidden, but it's a thing. All right. Thank you very Mo Moon here says a lot of this started with the Apu documentary. The voice acting stuff. Yeah, it did. And I understand where people were coming from with that. I do. I get it. But like, I mean, I do feel that like the character has never really, there's an episode where Apu becomes a citizen and they ask him, Lisa and Marge are going through, they're helping him with a test. And they asked him like, what caused the Civil War? And he lays out a whole fucking big ass answer that most people out there wouldn't be able to say themselves. And then, basically they still summarize it down to slavery, which is true, but there's a lot more that happened besides just that. But it was like, again, like the character was never shown as being stupid, never really shown as being, I mean, in the beginning, he was kind of inconsiderate because like they stereotyped him a little bit as like the, like the not care about like the cleanliness and shit like that. The Quickie Mart was kind of nasty, but as time went on, they evolved the character. They gave him a family. He's got the octuplets, right? He's a business owner, like, all sorts of shit. So, we lost, we lost RJ because RJ's got to go play video games. That's what it is.
And RJ, yeah.
Yeah. He goes, oh, I got something else to get back to before it's video games. It's video games.
You play Fortnite with Maho and a bunch of other people. So he's like, I'm going to go try to get in on that.
Oh, yeah. Saggy. Yeah. It's always about saggy. That's, you ever want to see a woman who's got full control over a man that she doesn't live with? I'm kidding. We love you, RJ. All right. Thank you for that one. Okay. Momoon here says, RJ play WWE 2022 yet.
He doesn't play games.
He doesn't. He only plays Fortnite and with himself.
And Elden Ring occasionally.
And well, some, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, thank you. Anthony here for $5 more. Thank you, buddy. Says, what happens in room A113? It's in every animated film.
Isn't it the college dorm?
No, it's not the college dorm. It's the name of the room. It's a class that they all took together. That's where they met.
Yeah.
So that's the A113. It's popped up in a bunch. I didn't see it in Turning Red. It's definitely there. I don't know where, actually. I got to watch the Easter egg videos on that to figure that out. But no, it's there and everything. Yeah, it's kind of it's history. It's all history of Pixar, So thank you for that one. And then it says here for $10, thank you. It says, LOL. I hope A113 isn't a Disney cult or something. Just kidding, but seriously, why is it in every animated movie? Is it a club? Like a Find the Hidden Mystery? Well, yeah, we were just saying what it was. Sorry, I didn't read the next super chat. It's just that was where they all met in animation school. Like the animation class, A113. I think it's actually like, I don't remember if it's the name of the specific class, like the room number that they were in.
It's the room number.
It's the room number. Okay. Cause there's some of you go, it's like animation, 113.
Yeah. Because it's variations of it in throughout the movies. So, but it's an inside joke and Easter egg immediately developed by alumni at CalArts. Referring to the classroom used by graphic design and cartoon animation.
Wait a minute, CalArts?
Yeah.
Steven Universe CalArts? God, how the mighty have fallen. Like Pixar came out of CalArts, then you're like, wow, man, look at everything Pixar's accomplished. And you're like, what's CalArts up to now? And it's like Steven Universe.
Oh, yeah.
Also, well, actually, kind of think about it. The design of some of the characters in Turning Red, a little CalArtsy.
So
that's the mouths.
There.
That's how they get you.
The reference then.
I guess so. I guess that's where it's
Do
at.
they move at a angle with a 100? It's like
I don't know. I don't even know. Taylor here, who is an animator, by the way, so I would trust him on this one. Says CalArts is the animation college started by Walt Disney. Okay, yeah, wow. But I still think they've gone downhill. That's just me.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I just work here. Wow. That's kind of how it goes. All right, and then we got another $10 super chat from Anthony. Thank you, man. Says, by the way, who replaces Hugo Weaving in Avengers Endgame? Oh boy, I guess everyone's going to say Jordan Peterson again. He's kind of he's the king of the incel rebellion. No, that was Ross Marquand was his name. Who's on?
I can tell the difference.
He did a great Hugo Weaving,
dude. I didn't know until it's either on your channel or Enosh's that someone brought it up, and it just blew my mind. Because ever since that day, I thought it was Hugo Weaving. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
he nailed the role.
I think Hugo was. I forget if Hugo was doing something when they were filming Endgame. I forget.
No, he didn't want to do it.
Oh right,
he was like, something he didn't want to do it. He's like, I'm good.
I'm done. I'm good.
I think the makeup got to him. I think it was the makeup
right there.
The makeup,
Yeah. Well, and then, but all it was is they did that with Ross Marquand. He couldn't even like he what was it? Who else was in The Walking Dead that was also in there too? Somebody else was, and like Ross,
Ross did it in Endgame and in What If.
Yeah, he's a good voice talent. He's got he's a good impressionist, I should say.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. Christopher, thank you for that, Anthony. By the way, Christopher says, read my comment. Oh yeah, he's talking about the Todd McFarlane thing. Yeah, I caught wind of that.
Yeah.
Tonight a little bit, maybe tomorrow I can bring it up because there's still like there's a lot. We still haven't really gotten to any of the main topics yet. We've just been BSing for an hour, but hey, there's roughly there's 99 people watching right now. Thank you all so much. Please leave a like if you're new, subscribe, hit the bell, have it, come in for the party. And we make bad jokes all the time, but here's something I do want to celebrate real quick. And that of course is Shelby Oaks here, right? So Chris Stuckman has become the most funded horror film project on Kickstarter in just a few weeks. And that's amazing, right? And then
that's really good. That's
looking at this here, we can see that he has gotten $704,000 out of a $250,000 goal with 7,400 backers and 5 days ago. Like this thing could crack $1 million.
It can. Especially if, especially since, what I realized is that there's a lot of people that were, not like it's kind of related to this, but what you just had earlier discussing film, like a bunch of people were just quote tweeting their Riverdale tweet, and after they retweeted that, they tweeted out the Chris Stuckman thing. So I think still people traction will get to it. And
what's going on with Riverdale?
Oh, Betty and Archie are getting powers, and Jughead is losing his hearing. So basically, he's becoming Daredevil, but it's not sight, it's his hearing. So it's like
I read that on Discussing Film today. I saw that tweet, and then I watched that clip, and it's just like they're just like, oh, but whatever happens, we'll get through this together. And then Archie's all like. He's all like, oh, you want to you want to be with a non-union construction worker who can't even afford his own mortgage. And then she's like, I'm in it all the way. And I'm all like, yeah, this is how a porno starts. Like, just like fucking get it over with. And,
And there's another account called Film Updates. And it was just like, so they're like, it's just like as if like the writers of the room was like, we're in that Shyamalan and Steven Spielberg combined into one. Let's see what they can do about this. And we'll write our version of it. And so it's like some bonkers.
This is why Greg Berlanti has to be stopped, by the way.
It started as a murder mystery, turned into like aliens, giving people rabies and some like cult stuff.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so to be fair, like in the Archie comics, it's got a wide array. I saw some snapshots going around today about how Sonic and fucking Knuckles popped up in an issue.
Oh, wow.
So it's all like there's, I mean, different stuff there. But anyway, so Shelby Oaks here, doing pretty good. If you guys want to support this, here are some of the perks you can do. Of course, there's $25 with disc for the digital only, estimated July of next year. So you got a little bit of time on this. We got 1,900 backers on that. $45 gives you digital plus behind the scenes. $75 gives you the physical Blu-ray DVD poster behind the scenes. $150 gets you the Blu-ray DVD merch pack, which, the t-shirt, a lot of stuff there, right? Special supporter only flair on the Discord. Gotta love the Discord flair. I'm terrible at that myself, by the way. $250 gets you a special thanks in the credits. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And then here, $1,400 gets you an associate producer credit. I know it's not as swanky as all of you out there who like Zack Snyder, but you definitely are going to be able to get top supporter title on the Discord. You're going to get it on the special poster. You're going to get it on the movie and the IMDb. You can drop 2,800 bones and become a co-producer, right? And so that's some big dick energy. All right, but for 5,600, you can get that real massive dick energy, and then become an executive producer.
Robin,
damn.
And 10 people have done that. What are the add-ons for this? Yeah, pledge. Should I pledge? No.
on stream, guys. He's gonna.
Yeah, on stream. I'm throwing all my money into this thing. My girlfriend would fucking murder me. She would murder me.
You go on camera. If you did that, just prank her. Oh.
Hey,
might witness a murder. This is a really good investment, okay? I'm definitely gonna get a return on it. All right, it's definitely smart.
Oh yeah. There's the cool thing too with Shelby Oaks is Stuckman has got enough now to bring in a named actor, a named talent, whoever that is, we don't know yet. There's I think he's gonna do a lot with this. I'm excited to see what exactly is going to be happening. What are the stretch goals for this now? Because let's see. Are there stretch goals with like out watching the fucking video? Let me find it here because I want to see what they are. Okay, here we go. So, all right, $750,000, which are so close on. Extra shooting day, abandoned house, backer Blu-ray slipcover. We will not only add an extra shooting day to our schedule, but we'll be able to build a particularly complicated set, an abandoned house in the woods. Additionally, we will be offering backers the opportunity to submit designs and then vote for the exclusive Blu-ray slipcover. Cool. Okay. Oh, here's this one here. Sorry. Named actor. We'll hire a veteran named actor for a key role. We will also upgrade to real police cars and ambulances instead of faking it. We will also be adding a backer-only commentary track featuring director Chris Stuckman and producer Aaron B. Kuntz. Cool. So at $1 million, Animal Wrangler second camera, new backer exclusive poster. All right. So they'll be able to hire a veteran Animal Wrangler. I don't know what's in the movie that's going to require a veteran Animal Wrangler, but okay, cool. Might as well as add a second camera for key scenes. I mean, okay. I figure I don't know what this movie is, but like, all right, like, let's do it. I'll probably throw down like, I'll do 25, you know what I mean? So, all right. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Toronto says, I'm excited to find out the A-list actor. Yeah, you know what it's probably going to be? A-lister. Or, well, it just says veteran name is what he says there. So what that probably means is someone who's got a name in the horror field, the horror genre.
And the first person that came up in my brain real quick was David Arquette.
Maybe. Well, here's the thing. So you guys know who Michael Madsen is, right?
Hateful Eight, dude.
Yeah. Tarantino's guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Vic Vega, right? So my friends used him in a movie. Like, they worked on a movie he was a part of back in like 2012, and it's called Sierra Nevada Gunfight. I think you could probably find it on streaming somewhere. But they, as far as I understand it, they paid him $9,000 in cash to come down and do like a couple days on the movie. So it's like whatever they're doing, this is a point of view found footage, right? So this is going to be, I mean, you know, building the set's going to be really cool. That's going to be pretty nice. But I want to know who the named actor is going to be. Here's the other thing with this too, is most likely they've already got an actor lined up.
Oh yeah, I think
so.
Yeah, most likely.
You know, they probably because there's already a distribution like lined up for the movie. Which means if there's distribution lined up for the movie, that means they've already got funding. This is just adding in more money. It's kind of like remember Veronica Mars, the movie? They did the crowdfunding campaign. They got $2 million.
Yeah.
And the budget for that movie was $20 million, but it was like a proof of concept, basically. It was just like, show that there's fan interest that's there. Super Troopers 2 did the exact same thing. The budget for that was like $20 million. They raised $2 million on Kickstarter. So, you know, a movie like this, Stuckman has got enough popularity to be able to pull from that audience. This is getting written about on Deadline. It's getting talked about all over the place. There's already distribution going on, which means that this is a whole deal. They, you know, like this is all for show, to be fair, but it's great. Like, it's great because look at like T.I. West's X that just came out this weekend. You know, like pretty rave reviews for it, for being a low budget horror slasher set in the 1970s. And he already shot a prequel for it, and they're doing a sequel to it. So it's like, and the movie was cheap, a couple million. So, I mean, like, you know, this is the kind of stuff like I could do, not like this specifically, but I got my own ideas. You know, I could do some stuff.
Yeah.
Point of view found footage stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway,
RJ killing horses. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
There's plenty of footage.
I'm gonna turn you into glue. What does that even mean? Anyway, Ryan here for $10, man. Thank you very much. Going back to the Cal Arts convo. The Cal Arts style isn't even accurate. It's a blanket term made up by John Kay because he hated Disney so much. And the people who use this style aren't even graduates of Cal Arts. Who is John Kay?
Who is John Kay?
Yeah, I don't know who John Kay is. To be honest with you,
John Krasinski hater, so he's just blaming John Krasinski for all of it.
Maybe. It's always John Krasinski's fault, man. That's how this
is. Oh, that damn John.
There we go. And then Ryan here bringing up the Shelby Oaks campaign right there, and the link in the chat. If you guys want to go and check that out, by all means, go and check that one out. He's the creator of Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, isn't he also a child molester?
What?
Oh no, you don't know about the guy who created it's a little bit of some weird shit. There's like accusations of grooming on that. It's
John Krasinski.
No, it's not John Krasinski.
No, I said Scully. Whatever.
Wow.
Ryan, yes he is.
Yeah.
See? You know, it's like that's the thing. Never meet your heroes, right? Like when I heard that, I was fucking gutted. I was really bummed because I'm like, oh man, like Ren and Stimpy was my jam growing up, you know? And then you're all like, but the guy was into some weird, he's fucking just not good shit. You know, I can't sit there and listen to Don't Pee on the Electric Fence without kind of going, I wonder what that's a metaphor for.
Hold up. What? Okay, maybe this is some.
See, this is what I love with you guys being like, this is what I love with you guys being a little bit on the younger side. Is you're all like, you don't know Ren and Stimpy. There was
literal fetuses. Don't worry about it.
I know Ren and Stimpy because of my history teacher in 7th and 8th grade was a Ren and Stimpy fan and would make like Ren and Stimpy memes for his like presentations sometimes. So I know Ren and Stimpy.
Happy, joy, happy. Yeah, it was always good. I still love it. Don't pee on the one
with, I don't know if it was Ren, but whoever was wiping his butt with the towel. It was something like that.
I gotta go back and watch it again. I know they tried to redo it and it was all like, or they brought it back and it was all tame. The early 90s, man, great times.
I think it's Stimpy.
Probably Stimpy. H-Bart's here. 5 bones, buddy. Thank you. Says, so my mic I won was supposedly delivered to me, but I never got it. I was wondering if I tried to talk to Ty again. Oh, question for Caden.
I have no clue. I am as clueless as you are, H-Parts.
Yeah. I haven't seen much out of Ty recently, so
yeah. I've been trying to talk to him about stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, I would just reach out on Twitter.
I mean, I see people tag him a bunch. Well, not just people, but a person in particular tag him a bunch of things. But I don't know.
I just work here, guys.
Yeah.
So, but I hope you get it. Yeah, I hope you get it.
I hope. Yeah, because you earned that, and you should have gotten
it. You won. God damn it! Get out there and enjoy your nice microphone.
I mean, because I think it was Rhea won it and was going to give it to, and then Rhea already had the mic, and so she was like, "Oh, I'm just going to give it to H-Parts," and then Ty was like, "You know, I can send it to H-Parts." So that's what happened. But I'm surprised it's taken, and that was like in October or November.
That was a while ago. Yeah. So I don't know. Talk to Ty, man. DM him on Twitter. You know, I know there's been a fire. He's been dealing with that a little bit.
Yeah.
He's okay, you know, but it can take it out of you, man. So he's kind of been
Well, see, he's always busy through the week until Fridays through Sundays. So that's what he
messaged me yesterday, like, can anyone come on a panel? And then like no one went on the panel, like, or he didn't do anything. It happens all the fucking time. It's just, you know, like, I get it. Some, you know, because when you're in the groove of YouTube, it's really easy. But when you step out of the groove, sometimes it's really hard to get back in.
Oh yeah.
All right, why don't we move on here? Real quick thing I want to just kind of bring up, and that of course is this one right here, where you've got the first. This is a new rumor from the Ankler. Says that the first teaser for Avatar 2 will reportedly debut in front of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Well, yeah, I think it is.
I hope so.
And this, as I jokingly said on Twitter, this is probably going to be a bigger event than the fucking Doctor Strange movie. Of course, people are going to disagree with me.
It has Vin Diesel.
I've been waiting for the sequel
since
it came out.
And someone reminded me.
Wait. Where the fuck is Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel's in Avatar 2 and 3.
Okay, that one is new.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I hold on here, Vin.
I am Groot. What?
Yeah, Avatar 2. Let's see here. All right, Vin Diesel. Okay. Did Vin Diesel... Now I'm bringing this up because I'm curious here. All right, Vin Diesel just confirmed he's in Avatar 2. He says, I have not filmed yet. All right. What do you say here? Okay, so I think this is...
Let me hit you with one more rumor before I go, because I am a huge fan of Mr. James Cameron. There's been talk that you might pop up in an Avatar film. Have you shot anything for the new Avatar films?
I have spent time with him, but I have not filmed yet.
Yeah, I noticed the yet.
All right.
So will Vin Diesel be in the Avatar sequels?
I love James Cameron. I love James Cameron, and I love the series.
Come on.
I think it's safe to say that we will be working together.
Let me hit you with one more rumor.
All right, that's
He should not follow Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield should get an Oscar just for his performance in interviews, because even Vin Diesel couldn't pull this shit off. He just is like,
I'm not the werewolf, guys.
Yeah, I wonder if he's playing like the villain. So
he would be a good villain. I would love to see him play a villain. I mean,
He's
he tried
apparently
to
playing
in
a
Fast and
rogue,
Furious.
a rogue Nari.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm what I'm really waiting for with Avatar 2 is all of the fucking Paprius love again. You know, like when that movie, you guys probably don't remember this, but when that movie came out and everyone's like watching it, and it was Paprius was the font that was used for the Na'vi. Like for some reason, everyone all of a sudden became like this massive like font expert, and like because it was a lot of like, why the fuck was Paprius used in this? Like, who thought that was a good idea? And actually, even SNL did a joke about that when there was Ryan Gosling was hosting. He played the inventor of Paprius, like in a digital skit, which I would totally show, but no, they blocked that shit worldwide. They blocked that shit worldwide. Jess here says, to be fair, I am sick of Avatar because my old store used to play it over and over as a display for TV, DVD player. We used to sell as well. I totally get that, dude. I totally get that.
It's been 13 years. I wonder if you ask someone, are you looking forward to Avatar? Like, that's what I'm going to ask someone soon. It's like,
I'll tell you this right now, though. And I've been very adamant about how I feel about this. I think right now you'll probably get no. Like 9 times out of 10, you'll probably get no or like you'll get maybe not 100% positive answer. However, when that fucking teaser drops, when that trailer drops, dude, it is on. I'm telling you guys, dude, there's going to be all of a sudden, motherfuckers going to be coming out going like, yo, y'all remember the Na'vi, man? Fuck, that was some good ass shit. And then there's going to be like, you're going to hear, there's going to be reports. All of a sudden, James Cameron's Avatar on Disney Plus is skyrocketed to the number one spot of trending. It's, like all of these minutes watched, the Nielsen ratings are going to come out with all these articles saying that Avatar fever is happening again. Disney's going to come out and say, we're remastering the movie. We're re-releasing it in theaters.
No,
people are going to go see it in theaters. People are going to discover it again. I am fucking telling you, dude. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Avatar.
I love this. I love Avatar. Like ever since it came out when I was younger, I've always loved that movie. And I'm like, why haven't they done a sequel? And my thing about it is like they should not remaster it because it came out like 2009.
Well, by remaster, what I mean is just like whatever the new technological upgrade is going to be.
Dude, it was so good for the time, and like
sure,
that's
but like
a huge thing about that movie.
Hold on though. So in 2009, before Avatar came out by a couple of months, Disney and Pixar remastered Toy Story 1 and 2 in 3D and did a double feature for like a couple weeks in theaters of Toy Story 1 and 2 in 3D. And I went and saw it one day. I'm not even a big 3D nut, but that looked amazing in 3D, and so it's like with the right care, it can be pretty good. If they re-release Avatar in IMAX, people will go back and see it again.
Same, I'll probably see it. But I'm just like, oh, I love how they did it. Whatever they did to that movie when it first came out, I loved it. And I have it on Blu-ray. And it's one of the few movies I own on Blu-ray. And it's something.
Hold on here. C-Dub. Titanic is way better.
Don't let go, Jack. Never let go.
Yo, that's a fucking. Although HWAD's here has got the right take. True Lies should be on Blu-ray or 4K already. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Spherical Man here says nobody cares about Avatar anymore, at least in the States. I'm telling you, man. As soon as that trailer drops and it's all like, do you remember where you were the first time you experienced Pandora? All they got to do is come at you with that, like, do you remember nostalgic shit?
Remember the
Disney have Pandora Land in like Orlando or whatever?
Wait, what?
Doesn't they have Pandora?
Yeah, they got yeah. So Skywalker Brian messaged me about that recently because I brought it up because you guys know when I get talking about fucking Avatar, I pimp it pretty hard, right? It's one of those things where I legitimately will like throw a hard opinion at that shit.
So to be honest, actually, I think we're wrong about people that forgot about Avatar because legit they have Pandora in Orlando. So maybe that's a possibility that people still remember.
Well, and the thing is too, the Pandora ride at Walt Disney World is really popular still.
Yeah. Dude, it's awesome. Yeah. It is awesome.
So you know what? This Avatar 2 might actually be able to hit it.
Lord, sorry, I just love this here. This is Jarbo's version of campy is saying Aquaman will not hit 1 billion. Massive villain coming. Hey, here's the thing though, man. Here's the thing. If I get wrong on this shit, like I will own it. I have no problem owning it. All right. But like I'm still gonna like do it. I like Avatar. I fucking rewatched it again.
That you took the L on it, but you didn't really take the L on it.
Oh no, yeah, sorry. I gotta watch out for that. Those pesky L's that I try to wiggle around and get around, while just kind of laughing uncontrollably when I've lost control of everything. Anyway, well, H. Bart's here says Splash Mountain is popular, but Song of the South is not. True. That's very true. I think here's a question for you. Do you think if they re-release Song of the South, there'd be this massive? Do you think under Bob Chapek they'd release Song of the
you
South?
would not. That's what they're doing. They're taking away that ride at Disneyland.
Yeah, but that was under Iger, man. That was under Iger. Chapek is different. He wants to get into sports betting.
Oh yeah.
He wants
to be more adult.
Yeah, this man is. I'll be honest. I'm gonna say this as blunt as possible. This man is fucking wild. I don't think Iger knew in his wildest dreams that this man.
Well, we can actually talk about that because I was gonna say this for the last one, but we'll piss people off with the Snyder stuff at the end. No, I mean I'm not talking shit, but it is a thing. All right, so the Daily Mail is reporting, amongst other outlets, that ex-Disney boss Bob Iger and his hand-picked successor Bob Chapek no longer speak after Iger infuriated Chapek by reversing retirement to help during COVID and spoke out against Florida's "Don't Say Gay" bill, which that's a big point. I didn't think that was going to be that big thing of contention. To be fair, Disney not saying something about it is kind of what most corporations are going to do. Corporations are going to corporation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. And then it's like, everyone's like really mad. The bill is terrible in my mind.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, why are y'all mad at Disney? Like, aren't there other companies? Like, doesn't Home Depot exist in fucking Florida? Like, the fuck?
I mean, like you said earlier, we were talking about Orlando, Disney World. Like, it's legit. They have a staple there. And people were mad that like Disney was speaking out against it. Like, of course they're going to speak out against it. Of course, not the way that we want them to or would like them to, but at least they spoke out because they have consumers there, and they're a consumer there as well. So they're not going to want something like that there.
Well, here's a little like the little blurbs. It says here, new Disney boss Bob Chapek no longer keeps contact with Iger. Iger, 71, resigned in February 2020. Weeks before Disney parks shut as a result of the pandemic. As the initial stages of the quarantine closed in, Iger postponed the resignation, saying he wanted to help Chapek navigate the crisis. Chapek, forced to the sidelines in a secondary role until this January, was infuriated, sources close to the company said. Now, I actually 100% believe that. I 100% believe that, that Iger... because here's the thing, you got to remember, Iger has the single highest amount of personal shares owned by anybody at Disney.
Oh yeah.
So like right now, this whatever the fuck is happening is like there's pressure on Iger to come back, not because of the loyalty to the fucking company, but loyalty to his bottom line. That is a real thing, by the way.
I mean, also like it's like the most funniest thing. Also, why he resonated was. One of the reasons why he resonated was because he thought that Biden was going to appoint him as like the chairman of entertainment or something like that. And like his like in this thing. And when that did not happen.
Wait, Iger thought he was going to go into politics?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought, there was that talk for a little bit though. I remember when Bob Iger's like, well, I might retire in a couple of years and then who knows, maybe I'll run for president. It's all like,
I mean, if he ever runs for president, I wonder how that will be.
Oh my God, dude, are you kidding me? Like they'll be like, it will be nothing but puff pieces.
Oh yeah.
Right. Cause like I haven't seen I don't know what Bob Iger has in regards to skeletons in his closet. All right. Everyone's got skeletons in their closet to some extent. There's always something embarrassing.
Confusing man. He's a very confusing man.
I mean, like in what particular way?
Like who he is, like, because sometimes he says one thing, and then the next time he's like, he continues that path of saying that the same thing, but with something random in it. And then I was just like, okay. But he's, to me, I think he's confusing sometimes.
Well, yeah, it's it's definitely
aren't presidents these days just really confusing?
So I mean, if that's the case, then I honestly think Bob Iger would make a great president. If that's your point there.
Sure. I don't know. I don't want him to be president. I want him to enjoy retirement.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's 71 years old, man. He still looks good. He's still pretty spry.
You should have an age limit to be president, because at some point it's like, bro, you're just too goddamn old.
Take your fucking 3 o'clock now, sir.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with this though, right? I think this kind of article right here, if I'm being honest, and I don't want to sit there, and I don't like to use this kind of topic very often, or this kind of wording very often, but this to me feels like it is a puff. This is PR, right? This is Iger's
PR
camp.
What?
This is Iger's camp.
Oh yeah,
putting this out. And this isn't Chapek, because this is weak against Chapek is what it is.
Yeah.
It's weak against Chapek. Right? Now remember, you got people like Cameron Pasha who will probably say things like, no, this is all about Chapek being Machiavelli, right? And he's establishing control behind the scenes, and he's establishing his dominance by outing Iger as not being helpful, blah blah blah.
He told Iger to write up this article and to attack me, and he was like, I can do this, like he told Scarlett Johansson to do the thing that she did last year.
Yeah, that was one of the weirdest. One of the weirdest things I've ever heard. Where that was them teaming up to take out Feige.
Like, so stupid. It was like,
I mean, there are words I can't use, but you just want to say it because it's like that's the best way to to express your exacerbation, and just perplexity with the way certain things are. Yeah, it's so weird. Now Chan here makes a great point. Chan reviews more. Thank you. Says people are mad at Disney because parts of Disney donated to politicians involved with this bill re-election campaign. Whenever or not they knew about this bill at the time, who knows? Okay, so I get what you're saying there. Yes, it's true. Bob Chapek himself has donated money to people like Kevin McCarthy, who is the head of the Republican caucus in the House, and is, in my opinion, a true gigantoid piece of shit. So that's my view of that. That being said, yeah, that was something that came out before the Don't Say Gay bill passed. And I did think that was going to be a point of contention, but this, what I think is, because look, as far as I understand it, Chapek is a conservative.
Yeah.
And having a conservative governor like DeSantis in Florida does well to keep taxes down. That's the whole thing. Like, Disney can flaunt this progressive ideology all they want. June 1st through June 30th is Pride Month. We're going to fly the flag, blah, blah, blah. We all know that that's virtue signaling at this point. We all know it. But it's but at the end of the day, their corporate interests to their shareholders is what takes the top. And so the only reason why there's even this pushback against the reaction by Chapek, who is now not even going on a company retreat, they're kind of circling the wagons, is because I think that there's been a dip in their share price. And now that they're taking an actual financial hit at the same time, China is closing down again because of COVID. So Disneyland Shanghai is shutting down again because of COVID. So it's they got to figure it out, and they can't have this kind of turmoil going on. And there's a lot of turmoil happening. So I think this is one of those. one of those things, man, where I think they're trying to like force the board into recommending that Iger come back on a temporary basis. And I think, like, and I've said this before, I don't think I've said it recently, but I know I've said it before, that I've always felt that when it came to, like, you know, if shit fucked up, Chapek was going to be the fall guy to bring Iger back in because of how much individual shares he personally owns and how much his wealth is tied to it. And everyone out there likes Chapek. Iger. You know, like there's a lot of love for Bob Iger.
I mean, Iger's the one that brought in Tim Roth, right? No. The guy who started doing all the Disney live action remakes.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm forgetting his name.
Because I think Tim Roth is the actor who was in Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Tim Rothman is the CEO of Sony, and we don't talk about him.
Yeah, we don't talk about him.
We don't talk about
you know, I have
Timbo.
So many names in my head. I don't.
There's a lot of fucking names. There's a lot of names. I get it screwed up all the time. Let's see here. Rational asking, did I see Bob Iger's recent interview with Jon Stewart? I did not.
I was like, honestly, I forget some names of people are real people. So when I saw Jon Stewart, I'm like, is that real? Like,
I think Jon Stewart has only doesn't have the H, whereas as the other John is Jahan Stewart, which is his original Hebrew pronunciation. I'm kidding.
I was to say, okay.
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Okay.
I just know what's going on. But you know what? That's a good segue. All right. That's a good segue. Jon Stewart to Jon Stewart, right? Yeah, we can do that. So why don't we pop over here to the thumbnail, because this was interesting, right? Because I'm telling you fucking people, I have been trying to move away from talking about the Snyder stuff. I really have. I'm so tired of dealing with exceptionally toxic individuals that are have no care about suicide prevention, or anyone who does. I'm sorry, that's my take. Clip me out, put me out there. I don't fucking care. Health. They don't. Yeah, they don't care. You know they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. But I'm the bad guy for calling that out. Yeah, they say it, but they don't give a shit.
He'll come back with Zach.
Yeah, he'll come back. Yeah, I swear. Yeah. No, Ben's in a better place now. I mean, people were talking last year.
Because he's not doing IPs and not doing Batman.
Well, I mean, he hooked up with Ana de Armas for 6 months or whatever. You know, they were together in his place after filming Deep Water, and then they split, and then he immediately goes back in with J-Lo, and they just bought a $50 million fucking place.
And you know that's gonna be their mainstay now.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you know, hey, and good on Ben. Good on Ben. He's had a very productive year.
Bennifer is back. That's the hashtag people.
That's what happens.
Tweeting. Bennifer is back.
Do it for my Ben.
Taco, burrito. Taco pay for kisses.
For my Ben.
I still fucking love that bit, dude. I love South Park. Anyway, so the thing is, though,
they have to bring that back.
So here's the thing is this is what happened today. Boss Logic, who has a very solid inside track, all of a sudden randomly, for no reason, just started dropping this imagery.
Yeah.
No reason. Says that this happened months ago. But we see Sterling K. Brown as Jon Stewart. And we see two other people who I do not know who they are.
Janelle Monáe as Brie Jarda and Isa Gonzalez as Jessica Cruz.
Okay. Right.
Or is it Isaac Gonzalez?
I think it's Isa. I think it's Isaac Gonzalez. But yeah, that's okay. That makes some sense there. So you see that, right? So that's kind of the whole thing is you get that. And
honestly, the funny thing is Brie Jarda and Jessica Cruz are rumored to be in the Green Lantern show. So
yeah, this is what I'm thinking. This might be about the Green Lantern show. which is something that is clearly going to tie in to the grander DCEU. But the thing with Sterling K. Brown is, look, he was on 5 seasons of This Is Us, and that was really popular, but that just ended.
Yeah, this is the final season that's airing right now.
Yeah, and so you get this. Yeah, you get this right here, and then a lot of people I saw like are very confused. There's a lot of that because, of course, just a couple days ago, we had this image pop up from Wayne T. Carr himself, and this is I have been yelled at so much. Bad, Jarl, bad. I have been yelled at so
on the wrist.
much.
I honestly don't.
It's not even like a slap on the wrist. It's just people that are like, that are just like needling me with it. Like, because I mean, like,
it doesn't matter how Hollywood usually works. It doesn't matter.
Well, now we did get something wrong. I think the other night we're talking about Jeff Johns and Jon Stewart and the ownership, because he didn't create Jon Stewart.
I know he doesn't create Jon Stewart, but he character owns, even if he did, because Zack Snyder technically had, when he was signed on to do DCEU, he owned Superman as the character for that long period of time.
Well, that iteration of Superman.
Yeah.
I think it's particular iteration of it.
Because he had the character rights, and Jeff Johns owns the character rights to Green Lanterns. I'm not saying he owns the character that as if he created it, but he owns the character rights. There's a difference between character and character rights. Jeff Johns owns the character rights, not.
I don't know. I honestly, the only instance of that I know is if Davey, and I'm sure you're right. You have more of an insight into this than I do. Like if they use Iron Heights Prison, like Ethan Van Sciver gets a fucking check.
I believe
because he co-owns that, co-created that with Jeff Johns. So I guess I see what you're saying. So it's kind of like that. Like maybe if they use it in a very specific way, I don't know. I don't know all the details.
If Iron Heights is the main focus of the story, if the Flash was just if it was some Flash movie that was a Iron Heights focused story, then Ethan Van Sciver would get at least a check or something, because he created.
Well, but you got to remember too is that Marvel does this. When they want to use a character, they want to reference an arc, they'll pay out, right? They send a $5,000 check or something, to the artist or the writer or whatever, as a way to kind of compensate them and everything. And I get that. So, but the thing is though, with this is what you've got is, you got this Wayne T. Carr image that everyone's popping up. And I saw some people saying that this was owned by Warner Brothers, this Warner Brothers property. I don't think that's the case here. I think they I think they did it, but it was never done in an official capacity.
I mean, it's weird. So I was talking to, you guys know Casey, and he was saying that Warner Brothers owns the footage.
Casey Beta?
Yeah.
And so and notice some people are oh yeah, Zach and Wayne posting this image means that that Warner was giving permission. I noticed that Zach has never liked a post or commented under a post or posted this image. He has not, this official image, he has not been surrounding this image at all.
Except for that one time that we just got the blurry stuff.
Yeah,
that's literally it.
Because, but that was also during the marketing of the movie as well. So
I get that. But he couldn't release it because obviously of the scene, but we still got it, but now we just got in high res.
Yeah, and honestly,
I think it looks amazing. I'm hyped. I love Green Lantern. I have a Green Lantern.
I like Green Lantern, but like you said, we've seen it before, and just was okay, yeah, cool.
I just want them to give my man Green Lantern some respect.
I think that's what's coming with the show, because I mean, look, I'm sorry, this is a cool looking shot, but compared to this, it's Sterling K. Brown just kind of embodies that part.
Yeah.
And what's funny is this is Boss Logic though, But look, even look down there at the bottom. I had to kind of like, move some stuff around, but you see HBO Max at the bottom there. Right. Like, it's not like, I mean, Boss Logic does a lot of work and everything else, but it's kind of like.
He worked on Black Adam.
Yeah, he did. Like, that's right. He
as
did.
The main concept artist.
So he's done a lot of stuff. Like they've all done a fair amount. What I mean by this is like the fact that this dropped a couple days ago. And the Snyder fandom blew up with everything else, right? And a lot of people, were running with it. My personal favorite, because this cracked me the hell up, over on geekositymac.com.
Oh my god!
This article
was like, "What the fuck is this?"
This article popped up today, which I mean, I just again talk about aging like spoiled milk. You know what I mean? Article here by Mikey says Wayne T. Carr could still be the Justice League's future Green Lantern.
Well, also, so we know that he structured his like whole. Well, not him, not Mikey. Well, Mikey too, but still restructured his whole schedule. And so Saturday, he changed it from Clapback Saturdays to Scoop Commentary Saturdays, and so on that stream, Mikey dropped this whole scoop of like, oh yeah, Wayne T. Carr is still Green Lantern. He's gonna be and it's like some weird BS, but it's still in this article as well. So
well, yeah.
Hey,
so
here's my opinion on it. I would love to see him portray the role because honestly, I mean, Sterling, he would be a fantastic casting as well. But like, I just want to see Wayne because obviously he hasn't acted anything major, and this would be a good introduction.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, hey, he was already casted. Might as well just bring him back. But the thing is, if they were gonna use him, he was still gonna be the Green Lantern going forward. Then why wouldn't they just push out the footage and finish it up and be like, oh yeah, we changed our mind. Here you go. We're pushed it into the Snyder Cut now. Yeah, but they still haven't done that. It's been a year.
Well, so there's been, there's NBA, but now we're hearing like that Zach wanted to put Ryan Reynolds in.
Well,
I saw that.
Well, so basically, not Ryan. Zach did an interview with Variety or Vanity Fair, and he says he talked to Debbie, because the question was like, did you think about bringing back Ryan? He's like, I had this idea, and I spoke to Debbie about it, and Debbie thought, maybe it would be, as we've seen so far, like with, Ryan's departure from the role and how he's
Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Deadpool 2, that whole scene when he's killing
a huge indication, bro.
Yeah, and so Debbie said, no, let's not, open that bag, and so only Debbie and Zach knew like that about that conversation because that was a conversation between him and Zach and between him and Debbie, and then when the news came out, Ryan was like, oh yeah, he was like, that would have been cool to at least play some Green Lantern. And then Zach was like, yeah, you would not have played Hal. You would have played some random, additional Green Lantern. He's like, okay, yeah. I'll be fine with that, but not playing Hal. And he's like, yeah. So that's the thing. People were like, oh, Ryan Reynolds is back as Hal Jordan. It was like Grace Randolph and Garza were saying he's back. And he filmed the scene with Zach's Jon Stewart. And that was not true at all.
Well, I mean, so yeah, it's like I was called called me white bread earlier today. That's cracked me up.
And it's funny because that whole tweet was now blowing up.
Dude, I find it just hilarious that out of all the racial type white people slurs that you could use, you just use white bread. It's so generic.
No, it's funny though. It's funny. I don't care. Just, call me a cracker all you want. I don't give a shit. But
it's come on, be creative. It's either that or Wonder Bread. It's bro, come on, get original. There's so many white people slurs out there.
You could have been like the Pillsbury Slow Boy. You know what I mean?
Something like that. That's still generic though.
No, not the Pillsbury Doughboy. But it's the Pillsbury Slow Boy, right? It's or the Pillsbury Soy Boy.
Oh,
How about that? It's like a fat fucking soy face bitch sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
it was just funny because
I'm
the
gonna start
video that
creating
he was
racial
talking
slurs for
about.
white people. That's gonna be my job as a white person. I'm gonna start coming up with new good white people slurs and just float that around and see how well they get used.
It's just funny because like the video that person brought up was like legit. I think we talked about this the other night. Is that you brought it up to Wayne, and Wayne was like, "You're right," and he's like, "You're right, Matt," and you haven't.
Well,
seen
it was brought up on Enosh's stream.
Yeah,
Wayne was on.
Enosh's stream.
Yeah, and he didn't disagree with me, and it's like because I'm not, and again, I'm not attacking the
Wayne
guy.
on.
This is a long time ago. This was because Wayne used to pop up in
chat,
often in his chat. Because I think like he just had his kid, so he's probably on like night duty or whatever. I used to like watch a lot more live streams at night because I'd be with
I
my
remember
kid.
I sent it in questions and he answered. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
So it's like my favorite one about that though is when like I've given RJ so much shit for this, like with the first time that Wayne was on Enosh's stream, and RJ was talking to him. RJ was just like was just like, oh, he was sucking up so hard. It was so funny. I gave it like I love RJ. I love her. I was giving him so much shit for that though. I'm all like, you've never seen him act, RJ. You've literally never seen him act, and you're like, no, you were like born to play Green Lantern. Like you've never seen him act.
My question for him was like, even like we didn't get to see your Green Lantern, but how would you portray Green Lantern given the chance, and like what would you bring to that character, like given.
I would love to see a Shakespearean take on it. To be fair, like
I just would love to see like Zach's writing and directing, and then his experience in like theater, and then doing this. Because we've only seen Ryan Reynolds, and I think Ryan Reynolds would have been good, but that movie was just
that Ryan though.
But
it was it's all some crazy ass weird stuff. But anyway, just kind of wrap up this article here. So this is how Mikey explains it. It says the current Warner Brothers regime fragmented the DCEU into different pocket universes. That's not necessarily accurate. One pocket universe, really? I don't know. However you want to look at it. When Snyder returns for Man of Steel 2 and Justice League 2, they'll exist in their own continuity. Therefore, should Warner Brothers decide to do a Stewart Green Lantern film, it will be set apart from Snyder's work anyway. Therefore, Wayne T. Carr is not out of the picture.
It's okay. So, legit, the part when he says when Snyder returns from Man of Steel 2 and Justice League 2, that was another thing they're emphasizing on that stream, was like, they're like, it's not an if no anymore, it's now a when. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, down here at the bottom here. Right? Well, beside that, it goes, moreover, sources have added that Wayne T. Carr's missing scene could be added to the Snyder cut sometime this year. Well, that's not a confirmation. Insiders insist it's not outside the realm of possibility. Warner Brothers merger with Discovery opens so many doors. This is no longer about faith, Alfred. Faith, it's about patience. It's like, no, it's
still about faith.
Like, didn't I just say that like 10 minutes ago that like if they were gonna use them, they would just like say, "Oh, here's the scene."
They would have already done
like
it.
I just said that like that like if they were gonna use them, they would have done that. But I mean, we heard so many different things about this Green Lantern show, which I'm still like I'm really hyped about. I fucking love that character, and I'm like really hyped for it. But I'm just like, you know what? I just wanted to see something because I'm just like. I've been waiting for this show and waiting for more Green Lantern since Ryan Reynolds.
I know you guys are sharing this in the DM group, but this popped up too. I saw this beforehand. I'd actually closed it accidentally. So this guy here, Jai Mansell, the chief creative owner and executive producer for #Showtime Sports, Iverson Classic, and Rap Snacks. I like the name Rap Snacks.
I went through his Twitter and I even looked up Restore the Snyderverse. This is his first, I believe, like Restore the Snyderverse tweet, and I think it's one of those people that are just grifting off of like the big trends in the explore page, and just like I need business, so let me tweet out something that can give me traction.
Yeah, look at this here. I hear Green Lantern Corps show with Wayne T. Carr as spinoff of Snyderverse is coming to HBO Max and will be announced this week. Huge news for the hashtag Restore the Snyderverse community. Yeah, okay. You know, and then of course, look, you got this guy here, this Neo 7. This is one of Sill's boys, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, just oh my god, sucking it up, you know, like. You know, and then I mean, it looks like a lot of people. Yeah, I know. Okay,
but wait. It's funny how Baby Girl, who believes like Syl and Mikey all the way, is the one who says, "Sorry, I don't believe this."
I mean,
well, let's see what the quote tweets say here. Quote tweets.
I hope. Man.
Even.
I mean, I would love it too. I would love to get more of that, and I would be completely fine if they made him.
I love this. I love that meme. It's like the best thing ever.
Sources, bro. No sources. Yeah. Trust me, bro.
I mean, bro. Like I don't believe you.
I mean, that's just basically like that's just like a pipe dream, I would say. I mean, I would hope. Yeah. I hope. I mean, that's all we hope, that we would continue to get a little sliver of something from that universe. I mean, I'm hope that we get more Ray Porter or Darkseid, because I love Darkseid. I'm glad that they're finally actually utilizing that character in DC. And I was hyped for that New Gods movie.
Well, did you guys see this real quick? Because this also popped up, like, again, kind of adding really weird fuel to the fire. So it's apparently Ryan Reynolds like this, but Ryan Reynolds has got 19.5 million followers and he's got 33,000 likes. So clearly this is not him running his account. I think we need we need to acknowledge that.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, there's sometimes when it is him running his account, but then there's sometimes where it's just not him.
I mean, he owns multiple businesses and stuff like that, so I bet he doesn't focus on that. He has someone to do it for him, but of course he has access to his account, so if he wants to do something, he has full rights to. But of course, there's always someone monitoring and making sure that his social media is all under control and looking through stuff. So
they trust me when I say, like, they pay attention to a lot of that stuff. They really do.
Doesn't he have a marketing team to do that? Because I mean, this is technically an important part of marketing, social media. So I'm surprised a team working on his Twitter.
I remember when people were going crazy when RDJ unfollowed basically a lot of the Marvel people, and then people forgot that he made an announcement that he's going to be on social media and that marketing team is taking over the social media, and like, so the marketing team unfollowed like Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Holland, and everything. And it was just like, people like, oh my god, what's happening? Are they in bad terms? It's like, no, it's just that he's no longer going to be really part of social media. It's his marketing team.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at with all this stuff. I don't know what's going to happen, but obviously, I would say
that's exclusive. It's going to come in this week. It's going to come this week.
Sure. You know what? Much like Jesus's return.
Oh my!
You know what? I'll believe it when I see it. Easter is around the corner. Miracles can happen. Look, I'm being a dick, but like, listen, I just want
you apologize right now without laughing. You get ahead of that curve, damn it.
I'm very sorry for the words that I have said and the phrases that I have uttered. If it offended you,
damn right. Damn it, you fucking laughed.
Damn it, I fucked it up. Oh, fuck, shit, cock.
All right, take two. Stay confirmed.
Yeah, I will say. All right, there's definitely some super chats to get
April
to.
1st. April 1st. April Fool's is coming up. Oof.
Yeah, hold on.
Crazy.
Senpai Notice you says, I heard Andy is getting charged against him with what?
Oh,
with what?
Wait, with what?
Sources?
Charges with what? With
charges
what, man?
Exactly.
I don't even know. Like, I don't say shit like that.
Dude,
I hear this.
Serious, dude. That's something serious.
Yeah, that's I don't like the guy, but like that, I'm not a big fan of that one. All right, let's take a quick look here at the last supers of the night. Thank you guys. All right. So Anthony Ray with another $10, buddy. Thank you so much. You've been on a roll tonight. Says first animator John K. I can't pronounce that. I'm really tired, so it's not even gonna try.
Crickfalusi.
Crickfalusi, is that how you that sounds like a town being invaded by Russians right now.
Wow.
And then
wow.
Yeah, and they're putting up a very, very, very enthusiastic response. No, seriously, thoughts and prayers, whatever, good vibes to the Ukrainians fighting. And then sorry. John Lasseter, then animator Chris Savino from Loud House. I hope Glenn Keane and Bruce Timm aren't next. More like A13.
Oh my
reasons
God.
why.
Wait, what happened with Chris Savino?
I heard something about that a while. Like I heard something about that. I mean, like here's the thing with Lasseter, man. Like Lasseter, like don't hug people.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say about that. No. But like he's over at Skydance now, and like people get all bitchy about that. But it's like Brad Bird, who's won like multiple Oscars for like best animated feature, is like heading over there to go do a movie, and there wasn't nary a fucking peep about that. And the trades, it was like Brad Bird going to Skydance Animation and work with John Lasseter, and like that was it. Like no one was like, oh, he should be canceled. But then again, when Mel Gibson got cast in the lead of the Continental show, the John Wick prequel, at Starz, like the editor of fucking Variety, the EIC of Variety or whatever, came out and was like, we need to cancel Mel Gibson again. Like, fuck it.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm serious.
Cancel him again. Like, if it didn't work the first time, I mean, that's that, dude.
It's been 15 years. It's been over 15 years. Now, look, here's the thing.
Try to cancel him again. Bring up that, but I'm totally lost. I remember
Mel Gibson. Like he's got
exactly why
he's got a lot of problems. All right, like flat the fuck out. Like there's a lot of problems there. Okay, and it's one of those like separate the art from the artist sort of things, I guess. Like it's like that. And that new Mark Wahlberg movie and Mel Gibson movie where like they're playing like the Catholic priests or whatever that apparently don't molest children, but like whatever. No, like they are right. Like it's like Father something or another. It's what the movie is.
Mark Wahlberg,
but it's directed by Mark Wahlberg. It's directed though by Mel Gibson's girlfriend that he's been with for like years.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is it Brother Stewart or something like that?
I don't know.
That's just the concept. Just is really.
I don't know. It's not inmate 1438B. You know what I mean? It's like,
Father Stew.
Father Stew. That dude. Come on. That
do me, Father. Do me.
Follows the life of Father Stewart Long, a boxer turned priest who inspired countless people during his journey from self-destruction to redemption.
That is so cringy. I'm sorry. That is so cringy.
Rosalind Ross is the writer and director.
Yeah, there's a lot there with all that stuff. I mean, it's like that's where the movie. He helped get the money for it. Let's getting Mark Wahlberg and getting Mel Gibson in this movie that like nobody's gonna fucking watch.
Mark Wahlberg did say he wants to work with Mel more.
Didn't he already?
He wants to what?
Like that?
He wants to Mark. I think Mark said that he wants to work with Mel again, like more often.
Well, maybe Mel can be the villain in Uncharted 2.
No, he's gonna be in Daddy's Home 3.
Here's the thing with that. He's already
in Daddy's Home 2. So
yeah, Fat Man is fucking amazing. That movie is great.
Oh yeah.
Hold up. What?
Have you not heard of Fat Man?
No.
Dude, Mel Gibson as Santa Claus. All right.
Oh.
And he ends up giving a kid a lump of coal because the kid's a narcissistic piece of shit. And that kid is also rich as fuck and hires a hitman to track down Santa Claus and kill him. All the while, Santa and the fucking elves are making fucking drone weaponry for the United States military in the off season.
Are you kidding? This is
a legitimate movie, and it's legitimately awesome.
Okay, is it like awesome that it's like fucking hilarious and just
no, it's good. It's
being a
really
movie?
good. It's a really solid film on its own. It is not.
Okay.
It is not just like, oh, it's
So
so
I'm like,
bad.
are you
It's good.
bullshitting me? 'Cause this does not sound. This sounds like
No, I'm not bullshitting you. Fuck it. I'll
sounds-
bring it. Fuck it. Well,
Walton Goggins is in it.
I was like, all right, I kind of smell bullshit, but like,
all right, hold on. We'll do the trailer.
Oh, I know Marianne.
And we'll get to the last couple super chats, and then I have to get to bed. But this is dude, this fucking movie, man. It's fucking. I love this guy. This is for, to some people.
Mel Gibson has a solid beard, though. I just saw that little thumbnail.
Yeah.
I've lost my influence. Maybe it's time I retired the coat.
You still have it.
Some kids with a deer rifle put 2 holes in the sleigh, one in me. All I have is a loathing for a world that's forgotten.
The United States military would like to procure your services.
This is a one-time deal, gentlemen. How are you, Mike? Nicole and the kids are well, I hope.
Where are you?
You just lost a big son!
What's the job?
I'd like you to kill Santa Claus.
I'm looking for the fat man. You can't be serious.
Oh, Walton Goggins. Oh man,
This is what people actually think of me. Christmas is a farce. I'm a joke.
What's the purpose of your visit?
Hunting. I'm gonna kill some things.
There is a rising number of our youth making poor decisions.
What the big man's head?
Severed heads rot, they mold.
They don't want his beard.
I'm not shaving off a dead man's beard.
Your workers sure have healthy appetites.
That's why elves live much longer than humans.
And Chris, he does the same?
No, it's a giving that keeps him young.
I've come for your head, fat man!
Dashing through the snow, no one horse open
You think you're the first?
all the fields will
Think I got this job because I'm fat and jolly?
nothing all the way. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
How come while you're asleep? The fat man's got his eye on you, kid.
Hey, whoa!
Oh, that's Donner. Lucky it wasn't Blitzer should tear your package clean off.
How have you never heard of that?
I generally don't know. I have no answer to that.
It's a
But
great movie,
that
dude.
looks like something. I definitely like that he's rocking, the Civil War pistol over there, the cap and ball revolver. But I mean,
Oh, it's a really, really good movie. And I got that notification from YouTube. We've noticed that you've been playing copyrighted material and your shit might go down, but it's okay. It's already off the screen. It's good. Let's see. Murdoch J here says, Jesus, that looks great. Sean says best film ever.
wow, everyone's giving it high.
John here says, I gotta watch it. Thanks to the Fat Man. Dude, Fat Man's great, man. A lot of people have said it's like that and Die Hard are like their new Christmas movies.
I just gotta say, Mel Gibson's beard and just his voice just what makes that movie. I'll just give it that.
Well, the directors of the film, one of them follows me. We follow each other. I think it's Ian Nelms, and he's talked openly about working with Mel and like how welcoming he was, and how when they were filming in Canada, they wrapped up production on the film literally, I think like the day before shutdown or something when COVID hit. And he, when they were like, oh yeah, you can go back to the warming tent or whatever while we're setting up, because he's a director, he would be out there with them, like just being involved in the process. And that's cool, man. I know I don't want to say oh, let's overlook the bad things that he's done. Obviously he's has issues, but it's a lot of people kind of stand up for the guy. So Like I don't know. I think that's kind of cool.
People change. How long ago was his controversy or cancellation?
2006 was the whole drunken tirade against the Jews.
Oh,
that was a long time ago.
So did he pull a Gina Carano?
He got pulled over for like, I think it was like drunk driving in Malibu and like called the female cop like sugar tits or something, and then like went off about the Jews.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. Yeah.
That doesn't excuse his actions, but like I'm a firm believer about evolution and that people over time, especially that large of a gap, are not the same people. I bet he's changed.
I will say this though. RWP here says Apocalypto is a God mode film. Fuck yes, it is. I love Apocalypto. Apocalypto is Mel Gibson's follow-up to Passion of the Christ.
He did Passion of the Christ?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah. Mel Gibson directed Passion of the Christ.
Oh my god. Dude, I'm finding so much shit out today. I know that movie. I think I've seen it, but I didn't know that Mel Gibson did it. And that, wow. Very talented.
Well, I think Passion was just a bit of a fucking self-righteous snuff film, personally. It was directed well, right? But like, because of course, look, like Braveheart is an amazing movie. He directed Braveheart, I think. Yeah, he directed Braveheart. William Wallace wrote it. And then the We Were Soldiers, Mel Gibson was in. Wallace wrote and directed that one. But the thing is though, look,
isn't that the person that he plays in Braveheart? Or
yeah. That's the funny thing too. That's the funny thing is the guy who wrote Braveheart is named William Wallace, who wrote the movie about. Yeah,
is he immortal?
And the writer, the writer of the movie is Randall Wallace.
Oh, Randall Wallace. Sorry.
Wow.
I got it. It's a little late. I've been up since like 6:30 this morning. I'm fucking exhausted. But the thing is though, like Apocalypto I love Apocalypto. It's such a fucking excellent movie.
Isn't that about the mines or something?
Yeah. It's like, that movie is, on that. H. Bart's here says Apocalypto is a rare Blu-ray. Yeah, probably, man. And then that dude Vince here says, he also directed an amazing movie.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, that's a great film. Didn't it? I think it won awards, or it should have. And man, great film.
Oh yeah, I need to watch. I know Andrew Garfield is up for best actor in that. Reed here says, can we check out the video where I sent a question to Bob Gale? I do gotta like get to bed, so let's hold that till tomorrow. Just put a pin in that one. We'll get to it. A couple quick more things to get here. We got off track talking about how awesome Fat Man was. Anthony Ray for another $5, buddy. Thank you. Says, and what about animator Walt Dorn and Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon? Rumpelstiltskin sex trafficking with a witch cult, I presume. Now I know Walt Dorn was the voice of was the voice of Rumpelstiltskin in what's it called?
The Shrek movie.
Shrek Forever After, right? Yeah. I know that, but
he was also in Trolls.
I don't. Oh yeah. And has he done anything? I just Googled Walt Dorn controversy and like nothing's come up.
Nothing's coming up for me either.
Yeah, I don't know what I know Dan Schneider's allegations.
Unless like Dan Schneider worked with him on some things and he's close to the Dan Schneider stuff.
You know what? Here's the thing with that though, man. Like, Dan Schneider is a weird dude, creepy guy. I wish somebody would like bring up one actual piece of like actionable evidence against him.
All
just
I
to like
is,
put the shit
that is that actress who got pregnant on Zoe 101. It wasn't any sexual abuse. It was just verbal abuse from Dan Schneider. That's all.
Everyone just pulls up clips from all his shows just with all the feet and stuff, and that's basically it. That's their whole argument. And I just think he's a fucking creepy guy, but I love his show.
He looks kind of creepy, yeah.
He's creepy, but I mean, I don't really care about that whole situation. Obviously, if I knew more about it and there's like more evidence brought up against it, I would obviously try to develop an opinion and be like, yeah, fuck this guy. But I generally don't know shit about it, so I'm just like, you know what, he's a creepy guy. There's a lot of foot shit in his shows, and I remember that because I watched a lot of them. But yeah, just stop.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, I just looked up. He was fired for being verbally abusive on set. That's what he was fired for. So, basically.
Who, Dan Schneider?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's also a controversy with the guy who did Euphoria, but it was just, of course, that was pure headline bullshit, according to the person, which you can talk about.
It was
that
some
one
random
night.
source that was just making a bullshit.
No, it's basically, okay, just quick story short. Basically, Sydney Sweeney, obviously we know, is like one of the big things on Euphoria because of character and obviously the nudity of that. And so headliner took it out of context and basically said that the director kind of like forced her to do a nudity scene against her will or against her wishes, but she came out directly against and said, no, I told him that me being shirtless isn't necessary for the scene. He completely agreed, and we moved on. And I'm like, I think that's pretty big because it's just calling out the bullshit of taking stuff out of context.
Well, so did first it was the girl who plays Kat. That was the first one to call it out, and then Sydney came out, and then
really? I didn't know.
Then Alexa Demi came out and was like, yeah, no, this is bullshit.
I mean, yeah, that show had. I mean, I just watched the first episode of season 2 after I just did my.
You're in for a roller coaster.
Dude, just that first episode was insane.
I haven't seen it yet at all, so
I think you definitely need to watch it like after.
I know there's. I mean, I have a little bit more time left with my HBO Max subscription.
There's only like 16 episodes total.
Oh, those are pretty easy to get to.
Well, then there's also the 2 specials, which I definitely suggest you watch the 2 specials because I definitely think they're worth watching. And
I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of like you kind of have to watch all that stuff the way that it is. But anyway, let's because we are coming up on 2.5 hours, and I mean, it's a good convo, but we'll definitely have to touch on it later. HWAD's here for $2. Does say, I know who that creep Stark Tower is. I don't know who Stark Tower is. I've heard people make accusations about who they think Stark Tower is, but I don't know. That's a person who's a bit of a troll. So I don't know what you know, HBarts. I don't know. I really don't. I'm sure you'll tell me. In fact, you should tell me if you know who it is. Anyway, here, Rational for $2. Thanks, buddy. Says opinion about J.J. Abrams' Superman being in hiatus. It was a bad fucking idea from the start.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'll say about that.
I think, honestly, I think the reason for it being in developmental hell and being in hiatus is because of that reason. I think they realize how terrible the idea is, and they're trying to reshape it.
No shit. Like, I mean, the day it was announced or it got, like, attention or something, like an article, everyone, I don't think there's a single person that really defended that idea, and it was like a collective, like, everyone joining together to say F this movie because it's generally stupid. Stupid.
I think it was funny enough. It was like also like I think it was the Hollywood Reporter also released an article. It was like, oh, these directors are being looked at for both the Superman movie and Captain America 4, and then it was just like the same list of people with 1 or 2 people off of it. And I was just like, yeah, no, I think if any of these people are going towards, they're probably going to go towards Captain America 4, and then this movie is going to be like rewritten as a whole, as a whole identity to something else. Like, honestly, it might even turn into a Henry Cavill's sequel.
I mean, at this point, man, I got a message today, talking about how apparently Henry Cavill is up for like Bond effectively. Like he's like the leading person. Cause keep in mind, like, he was cast as Superman back in the early 2000s before Superman Returns.
Was for J.J. Abrams' Super Fly.
It was, yeah. Well, no, sorry. Calling it J.J. Abrams, I think is a bit kind of jumping the gun. It was actually McG was going to direct it. J.J. Abrams had just written it. And then when McG dropped out, J.J. was like, well, I'll direct it. And Warner's was like, fuck you, buddy. And no, really, like they were like, we're not going to work with you. And then he went on to go, become like a prolific director with Paramount. And that's why Warner's paid him all that fucking money to not do shit for all this time. And then I guess also before Daniel Craig had gotten cast as Bond, Henry Cavill was also up for that particular part as well. So,
he would make a great Bond. I'm just saying.
He's fine. He's fucking fine as Geralt of Rivia. If he wants to play Commander Shepard in a Mass Effect thing, let him do that.
After seeing him in Mission Impossible, I think he would make a great Bond villain.
He would make a great Bond villain, but then that would just be typecasting.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't know. I mean, he's a Mission Impossible villain? Am I wrong about that? Or
no?
Yeah, he was in Mission. Yeah. Well, there's also rumors that he's going to pop up in 7 and 8.
Oh,
he's going to come back. Yeah, I've heard that too. It's like
was he going to just have like a missing eye?
It's a little hard to come back from. It's a little hard to come back from.
What happened to him in that movie? I'm just like,
yeah,
is it possible for him to come back in 7 and 8? Like I can see him being in one of those, like in 7, if it's like a flashback or something.
Well, I mean, the fact that you had the villain from 5 come back into number 6, and and then he's going to be around a bit more, I think.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, either way, look, I don't know what they have planned going into the next 2 Mission Impossible movies, but I'm here for it 100%. I really like those movies. I really, really, really do. I think J.J. Abrams, I would like to see him do some.
I need him to finish his Justice League Dark stuff.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'll just be fair about this. I don't want J.J. Abrams touching DC. I don't.
That's a fair thing.
But and I'll say this. I like what he did with Star Trek. I love 09. I like Into Darkness. I don't think Into Darkness is a bad movie. I think people need to get the fuck over it. All right. Now, The Force Awakens, I unequivocally love The Force Awakens. I think it has an awesome setup and an awesome start to the sequel trilogy.
It's the best sequel.
I'll watch
movie.
it anytime.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it any fucking time.
They dropped the ball on
that. They dropped it with The
sequel.
Last Jedi, and then they had to pick it up with the fucking Rise of Skywalker. So I mean, here's the thing with that. I need to sit down and
better. They dropped the ball on both of them, and the thing is, like, I thought, like, since J.J. Abrams was the one that set everything up in motion, like, you would think he would have a damn good idea about it, but no, it was just horse shit, in my opinion.
No, well, I think what it was though is the fact that Rian Johnson was writing The Last Jedi before they finished filming The Force Awakens, and they didn't really work together on anything. And then Colin Trevorrow was working on, his script for episode 9, and with Luke dying, that threw a wrench in what he wanted to do. And again, with Carrie Fisher passing away, that was something that I don't know why they didn't just like snip that scene where Luke dies by like 5 seconds. If they would have snipped it by 5 seconds and Luke would have been alive, you would have literally saved your fucking franchise. Literally, would have saved the franchise.
Really did. Funny enough, Daisy really came out like I think a year ago, or actually no, around 2018. She came out and said that JJ did write drafts for 7, 8, and 9, like all 3 episodes. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, he wrote a trilogy, and they're like, let's go with someone else for the second one.
Yeah, I think it's it was just a huge thing with Disney and Lucasfilm. I just think that what they did, and because slowly after the thing with Lucasfilm and Disney, Lucas selling it, like I think where's the deal made? Because I know like it was either a year or 2 after. That's when The Force Awakens comes out, and just after that, I just knew that it was just gonna be a giant shit show of them just pumping out content. And then when, after Last Jedi came out, I'm like, yep, this is exactly what's happening.
Real quick, Benson, I didn't see this because it doesn't notify me here, did post a member chat saying that I am not Stark Tower, despite Enosh's snidey accusations and cheap jabs or jobs. I do not need a ghost account to call out his nonsense. That's his statement. I don't know. Like, I don't know who that person is. You know, there's a troll. In the court of
Jarbo.
There's a troll amongst us, right? There's a troll in our midst.
Who's sus?
You know, and it is what it is. So I don't know. You know, I mean, like, it is what it is on that front there. But all right, guys, it is officially after 12 a.m. I need to get to bed. Thank you very much, Jimbo and Caden, for popping up. I really appreciate that. And RJ for coming by. I know he had to go and chase after Saggy. You know,
I gave him shit.
She rings the bell and the Snorlax come a running.
Dude, I was laughing because like I saw Saggy's go live notification, and then RJ sent that message. I'm like, yeah, I know he's being vague for a reason. And whenever RJ doesn't straight out say where he's going, it's definitely something that he's like trying to cover. He's like, I gotta do something, you know. I'm just not gonna abandon.
It's all good. It's all good, man. It's like it's all fucking good. Right. Like there's times I'm like, I don't want to do shit. I'm just gonna go play fucking video games, man. Like. You know, like that was last night. I wasn't feeling well, this late in bed. I'm like, all right, I'm going to play fucking Elden Ring for like 4 hours. And I, you know, I beat Marguerite. I was happy with that. Did a couple of little things that I was trying to finish up. Happy with that. You know, went exploring because fucking Elden Ring is a great game. Like, cool. And then I went to bed, which is what I'm going to go do right now. So, all right, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow me on social media, Twitter, Insta, TikTok. I'm not active on really the last two, but I'm working on it. And thank you all so much for that. And that's the call online that I haven't been touching right now, but, yeah, we'll see you guys all tomorrow night for another episode of the show. Have yourself a great day, everybody. Thank you again, and peace the hell out.